basically, I am a medium size, so I'm about the same size as normal, as standard. I am an owlin, which I've never played before, so this is gonna be fun. I sort of basically, I'm not the smartest. I'm not the most, not the wisest, not the smartest, not the most charismatic, but I'm incredibly dexterous and incredibly acrobatic. I fly silently through the air and can climb and jump and roll and all the things that you might expect from a Cirque du Soleil kind of acrobat, basically. I'm an assassin and I'm deadly with a bow and arrow, and I'm also incredibly lucky. So I have that going for me as well, and I also play the flute. I think it was a flute that I chose. So just in case we get bored and need a bit of music at any point, I'm there for you. But yeah, grew up as sort of not necessarily a gun for hire, but more so as a performer. Hence the sort of circus and the acrobatics, and then found my way into killing for money, which paid better than the circus.
Wicked. Who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Cool.
I'm a cosmic accident. A being was trying to create an astral phoenix, but they spilled their pudding into a portal, and I came out the other side. I'm a plasmoid, which means I'm essentially a sentient ooze. So I'm a big pile of goo that wobbles around in the shape of a human. And I found my way to a monastery and was trained in the way of the astral self. So I can pop extra glowing pseudopods out of my body in order to punch stuff.
Amazing.
So, yeah. He's got a catchphrase. His catchphrase is "Wobble with purpose, strike without mercy."
Nice.
Ben, Bear, would you mind adding adding a picture to your Discord, just so that I can? I'm better at linking people's characters when I can at least see an image. You don't have to. If you could, it would be very helpful.
Yeah. How do I do that?
So you just right.
I click on you.
Yeah, on your YouTube.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can just add any image you like when you did with.
Right.
What was your last character's name?
Oh, I can't even remember. Yeah. And I did that on. Did I do that on Discord as well?
I think so. Yeah.
How did I do that?
All right, no worries, man.
Asher, introduce your character. I will be finding a picture.
Yeah, cool. So I'm a half-elf druid, I guess. I've kind of been abandoned by family because I'm fucking weird. Moved from like groups of circle under the circle of the stars, like multiple groups I've moved between because I just getting kicked out. I'm not good with people, so I like stick to the trees and animals, and I guess I'm in the group trying to be better with people and make sure they respect nature a bit more.
Very cool. Love it.
Nice.
And so you guys have been working together for about a year on and off with different jobs that have been sent by the pensioners to varying different locations within the world of Elderon. Now, currently, you have been sent to go speak to a wizard known as a Tariel, and you are meeting at his tower. Now, there is a certain ominence as you push deeper into the rugged heart of the Pindarian Peninsula, where the rolling hills have gradually given way to a weathered set of mountains. It's a lot brisker here, the scent of ancient pine and stone is now being left below, and the meandering streams that have been reflecting the last vestiges of twilight are now again being left well below. You are on a ridge that is heading higher and higher, and you can see the ancient tower down below you, and as the sun sets, I'm going to now send you an image of said tower.
Oh,
The approach is nothing short of an awe-inspiring, like almost solitary trail. Like there is not much else in either direction. You can kind of climb up it if you so wish, but the trail is the only kind of path that seems to meander through this mosaic of rocky outcrops and time-worn, kind of weathered rock surface, which some even looks like it's to be crafted from some sort of ancient hand, yet most likely just from the elements.
Kitchen.
Go on.
Sorry, I got the picture. I think I'm good.
Okay, yeah. The tower itself stands very solitary as a sentinel against the kind of bright orange sky. As you draw nearer, its presence obviously quite imposing and undeniable, and its high battlements etched with scars from the wind and time, and the surface next to it very, very similarly. Obviously ancient magic's running through this entire mountain. It's a very beautiful yet solitary place, and you are now on the last approach to this place, where you are currently on the map. Can you see the new map, guys?
Yes.
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 Great. Up ahead, there is. It's raining pretty hard. There's fog rolling in, and the sun is setting quite rapidly now. And you see a singular orc sitting on a rock as you are about 50 feet away.
Does he look like he's noticed us?
I mean, to a degree. He's kind of looked down your way a couple of times, but hasn't particularly said anything or waved or looked to do anything. I mean, you're not certain he's seen you, so you could try and sneak round or past, but he's definitely in the middle of the path, kind of sitting there looking down the road every now and again. So if he hasn't seen you, he's probably heard something.
Is there trees around?
To the left-hand side, you can see some shrubbery and some stones, some large rocks and a fallen tree, and further up the road, some trees on the left-hand side of the path. On the right-hand side is a sheer drop that drops about 150 feet down towards the river below.
I think we just go out to him.
You want to go and chat to him?
Yeah. Why not?
Rock on, rock on.
Yeah.
You'd love them just say.
I think we've got 3 very low charisma characters here.
Yeah.
It's quite good.
That's what makes it more
I mean,
interesting.
you want to make friends, so
Yeah, let's make friends with an orc.
go on, go ahead.
Let's just
I'll wobble up
greet him
behind you
hello.
guys.
I'll have my hands on my bow just in case.
All right. As you approach, roll me a perception check, everybody.
Okay.
I got an 8.
All right, cool. An 8.
Oh. I got a 20. Dude.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Beniscus, you do notice that there are others in the bushes and on the sides. You see one just poke his head up around the rock on the right-hand side. You also see another on the left-hand side appear and kind of move out of the shadows over here. And there's definite movements and sounds in the bushes up ahead and behind the big rock up there too. There seems to be quite a lot more of them than they're letting on. But it seems to be you're the only one that seems to notice this as they
Oh,
approach.
I forgot to mention, I forgot I have a bonus of +8 for perception, so I guess that's 16.
Oh, 16. All right, so you,
Yeah,
okay,
sorry.
that's what I was thinking. Like for a druid, you
Yeah,
got
I didn't
8.
get used to that.
That's all right. That's all good, no problem. So on the, you notice the ones on either side. You notice the ones that come out from either side. You don't notice the ones that are still hidden. As you approach, you just see the guy goes, "Oh, look what we got here! Some travellers, eh? What you doing travelling on my road, traveller?"
It's your road.
Yep, my road.
Well, I do apologise. We didn't realise.
Yep, you got to pay the toll.
How much at all?
10 gold each.
What if I fly above the road? Do I still have to pay the toll?
That's double.
You took a bit of a pause when you came up with the price. Is it not set in stone?
Well, I was looking at your gold pouches, to be honest.
I mean, it seems like what's up the road? What's further on? Is it worth paying the toll?
Well, you're going to the tower, so I assume so. It's more so that we bully him when he tries to leave, but he hasn't left in ages.
I really want to give him this guy any gold. Can we charm you with a great personality to get past?
Well, I don't know. What kind of things can you charm me with? Have you got anything good? He kind of looks over your equipment, like as if you've got any shiny stuff or any good food, and you can see the others now moving forwards.
No, I'm a bit of a hippie, so I don't really carry much with me, mate. Like, give you some good knowledge, if you want some good knowledge.
How about if I play you a song?
What? Wow me.
Music is invaluable.
Can I roll a performance check?
You certainly can. Describe your performance for me.
So, basically, I fly up in the air, wings wafting, and I pull out a flute, and I perform what can only be described as a Persian belly dance song with my flute.
Okay. In the air. Very good.
And I'm going to roll a performance check.
Hang on, Beniscus is going to accompany you on his bird pipes.
Oh, even better.
That's hilarious. You're accompanying a bird on bird pipes. So good.
I rolled a 14.
Okay, well, with the accompaniment, I'll say that you can roll with advantage, so roll to see if you get higher.
Lekker. I do not.
Okay.
14.
All right. I'm going to roll to see if how he feels about that. He looks across at you and goes, "Well, not bad." As you're flying up in the air doing your thing, and he's like tapping his foot. And
Yeah.
as you land and finish, he goes, "All right, 5 gold each."
Oh, beautiful. I tell you what, it's been such a good time. I'm happy to pay.
Excellent.
And I don't think I have any gold.
No.
Oh no! I do.
What you got?
Beniscus pulls out 5 gold pieces and in 5 different pseudopods, hands them to him individually.
Nice. He's like, all right, yeah. He's looking at you as all your pseudopods come flying out, and he's with more nervousness than before, and with a little bit of disgust in his face. Just like not understanding.
Yeah, they're really they're quite slimy. Beniscus looks at him and just goes.
In that process, he's just like, well, say hello to Tariel to us and tell him he still owes us a good dinner.
I shall. Honestly, that's going to be the first thing I'm going to say.
Nice.
I fly past him with a little twirl.
Cool.
I wobble past him.
Wibbly wobblies.
No, give him a wink, give him some gold.
Dark stone rises against the ashen sky, surface carved by winds older than kingdoms. A lone tower standing atop its steep peak and its battlements piercing the mist that coil around the forest below. You follow a narrow trail through ancient trees and every rustle hinting at the watchful eyes of the woodland hunters that you've just passed. A stone bridge arches across a moat fed by the forest stream deep, deep below, inviting you towards the tower's iron-bound doors.
Wonderful.
You see that the door is there, shut, locked. There is a pulley next to it, which seems to be attached to some sort of cooling system.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Yeah, I'll fly up and have a look through all the windows and see if I can see anyone in there.
Alright, cool. As you fly up around the village, roll me a perception check to see what you see as you're circling.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you hear as you're flying past the windows. What do you mean?
It's an 18.
That's an 18. Yeah, that's exactly what you hear. You go up past the first window and you see a elven wizard with shock of white hair staring at you, going, "Oh, do you want to come in?"
Absolutely. Can I bring my friends?
Yes, I believe you've been invited.
Oh, well, I should have come through the front door then.
At which
Give me a moment.
At this point, Beniscus pulls on the chain.
you hear a bang, bang. Suddenly this horn goes off, and Tariel goes, "Yes, I'm coming."
Oh, that'll be my friends.
You see a elven wizard come scattering to the door, opens it up, and I will show you a picture of said wizard. No, I don't have that to hand, but I can show you his tower. Let's do that. This is the study that you enter, with a roaring fireplace and clearly a kind of a setup where he's been studying a crystal ball, some potions and components with books strewn open, bookshelves littering every single wall with artifacts to do with divination laying around the place. He goes, welcome. I am Tariel, and you have my gratitude for journeying here on behest of the Benchers. I trust the path through these mist-laden forests has tested your mettle. Please sit, as he gestures to these mismatched chairs facing the hearth.
Sit down on the floor in front of the hearth.
Nice.
Cross-legged prophet style.
Well,
Beniscus plops down and reforms in the sort of lotus position.
very cool.
Hey, I'm going to perch on top of a chair.
I do apologise for the disarray as he waves his hand at the uncounted relics for a lifetime spent in study. And yet knowledge is rarely neat, nor do secrets reveal themselves kindly. A moment passes, he strokes his chin and regards you thoughtfully, and he draws a roll of yellow parchment from a nearby shelf. You see, I seek a spell of an elven wizard named Silviara. It's been lost for some time, hidden deep within these mountains, and within its wards remain intact, protected by some sort of guardians, I believe. It's somewhere just to the southeast of here, known as the Shadowed Caverns, or the Caverns of Darkness, locally known. There should be some success in breaching that through the natural defences through the caverns, but there is danger. That can be no doubt. But discovery of this spell's origins offers the chance to peer beyond the veil of mortal understanding. I will offer payment, of course, a sum of 1,000 gold pieces each if you manage to retrieve said crystals that I need for the spell, and I will give you each a specific magical item that is to do with divination magic. If you help me in my act, so what do you say?
What is divination magic?
Well, it's
My guy's not very smart.
a way of looking into the future and seeing things, or perhaps giving you some extra boost of insight into a specific subject. It's very clever.
Oof. I can see quite well as it is. But okay, the 1,000 gold sounds great.
I'll ask, what kind of natural defences are we gonna encounter?
Well, I believe that there are little sections of goblins, there are traps, certain crystals, and fungi that could cause some issues if you passed by them without notice. Also, some deep cavernous monsters. Perhaps you'll come across an umber hulk or some sort of creatures that like the darkness. Underground creatures that are monstrous types until you get to the foundations. Once you get to the foundations of Silvaria's tower, you will come across more magical guardians and protectors, I believe.
Sounds like we could use these magical items now to help us get you the crystals.
Yes,
That definitely makes sense to me too.
Yeah,
well.
I feel like we should. Is there a way you can give us those now?
give me a persuasion check.
That is a 18.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. He goes, well, I do have a couple of them ready. Perhaps this one will be good. And he hands you a small little earring that has like a spiraling rune within a small delicate gem. And you receive this, the Oracle's Earring. This delicate silver earring is described as a spiraling rune. When worn, your senses extend beyond the physical. You gain advantage on wisdom perception checks made to detect the presence of magic or magical effects. Additionally, once per long rest, you can cast Detect Magic without expending a spell slot. And he then turns over to Beniscus and hands out a another small, kind of looks a bit like a magnifying glass. And he goes, now this.
This will help you
decipher
or analyze
magical
orders
glyphs
to
or
the
orders specific to
divination magic.
the
It may help you
divination
locate,
magic. It may help
the
you locate
crystals specifically
crystals
that we need.
specifically
There are many
that
crystals
we need
within
in their cave system. So it would be very useful if you use this to test the crystals, the correct ones. You'll know straight away. It will light up like nothing you've seen before. And then, and lastly, I have this, and we'll then move over to Ashter, and we'll give him the Diviner's Compass. You see, it's like a brass and crystal compass. But it never points north. Instead, it spins in the presence of divination magic, and you can tell already that it's spinning constantly the things that are surrounded by it. And this is what it does. I'll put that in the chat too. So while holding the compass, you are aware of any active divination spell within 300 feet. Once per long rest, you can cast Locate Creature as if you were a ranger spell. But without using a spell slot. There's your
Nice.
item each. Yes, that should do. Also, if you manage to get rid of that brigand of orcs outside my front door, would be wonderful. No need to kill them. They don't really need culling. It's more the fact that they do make a mess on my porch. I would rather them be gone.
Well, let's see what we can do.
They seemed nice enough. They just kind of let us pass with. We had to give them some gold.
Yes,
Those guys?
it's put off quite a few prospective employees. You see, they lots just didn't pass. Some of them got robbed. A few scuffles. Hence, I contacted the pensioners, reliable peoples, sensible.
Yes, we're definitely sensible.
Yes.
Well, feel free to.
And so you say you'd like us to get rid of them for you. Is that right?
Yes, that's okay. Just like to move on to some other spot.
Oh. They said something
Maybe
about you owing them money
Yeah,
or a meal, a nice meal.
Ah,
they definitely said something about a nice meal. Yeah.
Yeah.
right. Yes.
Perhaps you could send us down with some food, and that might send them on their way.
That's
Yes.
a good idea.
Well, I could yes, I could do that. Okay. Give me a few. Can any of you cook?
Oh no, not really.
I don't think you want me to cook.
Right.
I'm good at catching mice.
Yeah.
Do you need some mice?
No, not really. I have plenty of food in the larder, in the box of colding and such like, but I do not I'm not very good at it, and I kind of.
Should we deliver them an invitation to come up for dinner?
That's a good idea.
Well, that's he was like really like not wanting to say yes at all. He's just like, how can I get out of this?
Well, if you have so much gold to give, maybe we can bribe them to leave. Surely they don't make a lot of money, people coming along this path.
Well, you see, I don't. Well, all right, fine. I will entertain them whilst you go and collect the crystals for me. How about that?
That's a good idea. Yeah.
That sounds very, very sensible, I think.
Yeah.
Beniscus has got the lens floating around in his head area. He's just absorbed it.
Epic. Boink. And as well, feel free. It is late. You may leave in the morning if you so like, or you could leave now. I assume you've been traveling for some time, or perhaps you rested in the day. But either way, it is night time now. Feel free to rest the night and wake up in the morning, or you can leave now.
Yeah, no, we'll go. We'll grab the guys. We'll all have dinner together.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah, let's. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'll be right back. I'll fly down to them, and you just see me crash through his window. Just.
Oh dear.
I come back with the orcs.
He claps his hands, and suddenly things start getting moved, like lifting up in the midair, and he's just been moved around and put away. You see the bookshelves have cupboard doors and start being closed and locked. The more delicates being put away, whilst he just stands there, kind of making sure everything is in order. And then you hear him snap an order in Elvish, and some footsteps disappear into another room, and you hear clattering of pots and pans being prepared.
Wonderful. This is going to be brilliant.
The orcs come in, and you see there's the main guy and about 10 others. And they all just rock up. Right, mate, hey, yes, for food at last. He promised us this for 3 months ago. We ain't left his doorstep since because he promised us it. And he nods in agreement. It's like, yes, that is true. You haven't left.
Well, here you are. Now you're getting fed. What a wonderful day.
One of them goes, better be worth the wait. It's just like...
As they say, beggars can't be choosers.
After a few... you see that Tariel gets rather flustered and just brings out a bunch of ale and wine to just placate the hordes of orcs that are now sitting in his front room. There is cheers and happiness alike as suddenly a huge pheasant and all the trimmings, potatoes, vegetables, and like some extra kind of dumplings and such like to dip in the gravy are all laid out on the table, and a wonderful feast is had. You guys want to RP any of that? Or shall I?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, roll on.
Alright. You then get a good night's sleep. You can mark off long rest, not that you particularly need to, I don't think. And you wake up in the morning and you notice that the kitchen is cleaned, everything is sparkling, and the orcs are not in the building.
Can I look out the window? Are they outside again, or have they gone?
They're still camped up outside.
Sorry, buddy, we tried.
No,
Let's go get you those crystals, shall we?
yes, please. We did have a chat. I mean, they're quite nice chaps, really. So they're going to help me with some other stuff for some more food. Ended up getting rather drunk with one of them last night. Till like 6 in the morning. Yes.
Oh, well done.
All's
So
well.
you ended up recruiting some more helpers. That worked out well.
It only took you a few months.
All's well that ends well.
Yes, I'm not normally such a sociable person. I don't really like people or things.
Me neither.
That's fair enough.
Yes.
You're welcome, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Thank you.
I mean, we can stay another day and do it again if you want, and go get you the crystals tomorrow.
No.
Yeah, is there any hurry?
Far too much socialising for one day. I need to go and just process all that. You have fun. And he just kind of turns invisible.
Oh god, he really doesn't want us there.
Okay, bye then. Bye.
You hear very
bye,
obvious
bye.
footsteps of him going upstairs.
Well, I guess we better go find some crystals.
Yeah, let's head out back past our newfound friends and give them a little wave as we go.
Morning.
Morning.
You can see
How are we, fellas? All feeling okay?
Yeah, good night last night. I got a bit of a headache. Oh, drank so much. That Tariel fella's alright, he is.
I told you. Yeah, he's not too bad, huh?
He can hold more liquor than I thought he could. Not bad for an elf.
I wouldn't have picked that.
You know, he's way older than I thought he would be as well. Way older. He's like 700 and something.
Oh. Well, I thought he was only going to be about 500.
Yeah, I had no idea. No idea.
But I hear he's got some more work for you as well.
Something about building, I don't know, we just got to move shit, do what boss says, and they point to the guy with the biggest tusks that you spoke to the day before.
Yeah. Well, nice. There we go. Have a good one, boys. We'll see you in a couple of weeks or so.
Yeah, alright. Cool.
Ashton hates small talks. It's literally waiting down the road for you two to come along.
As I fly up, flute them a little tune, and then fly on off.
Oh, alright. And
I want to play them a really sort of annoying tune that's just going to stick in their head until we get back.
Cool.
Like an earwig kind of song.
Easily done. So, you find yourselves in front of an entrance into some caverns. I will activate. It is dark. There is some light coming from within. You guys are in this bottom left-hand corner. I don't know if you can all see it yet, but you should be able to. I've activated
Yep.
scene. It is taking some time for Benson to move across, I think. But that's okay.
I can't see anything at the moment.
Yeah, it will. Yeah, it should load in a sec. There is basically what you see before you is this sloping entrance. You kind of come into like this. It's now kind of about 11 in the morning after you set off. It's taken a few hours to get here. But as you get there, you find it gets real dark real quick as you enter the cave system, and then you find obviously what was like a mine shaft that goes down a long slope, and there is a glowing something coming from the right hand side that seems to be coming from like a torch or some description, and you see in the distance another torch that seems to be glowing from far. Like those of you with dark vision can see that there is all of you have dark vision, so all of you can see that there is stuff littered across here with varying random carts that have been destroyed. There is barrels, pickaxes, and a lot of it is the kind of like giant sized, like seems to be for like hill giants, perhaps stone giants, but you could easily get in these carts. The pickaxes double the size of you. There is bats flying around above your heads and all over this cave system. You see insects crawling all over the floors. Yeah, feel free to explore. I will pause if you come to a point. You can make.
I'm going to produce flame just to help us see a bit better.
Great.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah. Oh,
I will put a light around you. So you have.
I'm flying, by the way.
Cool. It's only about
It's only about
it's only about 20 foot high.
so you're only about 15 feet above the guys, but yeah, that's fine. It does dip and weave. You have to dodge between the stalactites that lead around the cave system.
Mm-hmm.
Which way do you want to go, guys?
Just so you're aware, I don't know how much is everyone's dark vision, because mine is freaking insane.
Yeah, you can see.
mine's like 60 feet, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm on 120, so I can see.
Yeah, roll me a perception check to see if you pick up on what you've seen as a player.
Yeah. Okay. It's where am I? I can't roll in the thing, so I have to flick between.
That's right.
Beyond. It's a 15.
Okay, you see that there is a strange, misshapen stalactite in the center of the space, about 100 feet away to that tunnel to the left. It looks weird, and then you swear you see it yawn with a big set row of teeth and a big eye flash open for a second, and then it goes back to being a stalactite.
Mm-hmm. I whisper down to my compatriots, boys. I think we might not be the only larger creatures in here. It's not just the bats. Follow me, and I start to fly over this way.
Cool, wicked. As you get to there, I'm going to roll an attack to see if it hits you, because he has huge amounts of range.
Okay.
Let's go like this.
Grasping tendrils.
Grasping tendrils.
So, yes, there we go. So it's plus 7 to
Yes,
hit.
there we go.
So we're an attack.
So it's plus 7 to hit.
Normal.
So we're an attack.
Cool.
Normal.
It's 15.
Misses. You see a tendril whip out towards you as this stalactite from the ceiling just whips out this kind of strange tentacle that launches towards you, but just slaps against the side of your dexterous form as you flip out of the way. I need everyone to roll me some initiatives as I click initiative order, and you can now do it as I unpause.
Mm-hmm.
6 for me, Ashton.
Cool.
Ooh. I've got a 6.
Okay.
So that's
A 6. And a 6. Update.
button.
I think I can roll with advantage because I'm a rogue assassin.
That would if you
For
If you get surprised, I think. But double check. Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna
sure.
roll.
I remember for some reason I think they changed the stuff on rogues. If I remember rightly, I remember seeing something about it, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'll go with what I got at the minute.
What
That's
is
a 9 for me
Okay.
because I don't think I have.
Yeah, all good. Oh, let's go. No,
Yeah.
update combat.
9. Oh.
Great.
So, begin combat.
Is the roper up first? So, the roper is going to do the same thing again.
He's gonna.
Oh, I do have advantage on initiative rolls. Sorry, I just found it.
It's gonna make its first full attacks with its tendrils. So the first one's gonna come flying in again towards the owlin up front, which is. Oops, I didn't use well advantage, but I'll take the lowest score. So that is a 17 to hit.
The hits.
Okay, cool. So you are now grappled. You are also restrained. You have disadvantage on strength checks and strength saving throws, and that is going to start to reel you in. So it's going to move you 25 feet towards it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You guys just see this tentacle whip out, grab hold of the owl in front of you, and just drag it towards this. Well, it looks like a stalactite, but then as it moves the owl in towards it, you just see its maw open up, and this big flickering red eye just open up beneath its mouth as it readies to eat and bite. It's then going to send out a second tendril out towards. Let's see how far it's got. Oh, I think you're just out of range. We'll double check though. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you're just out of range. So it will just reel in again. So that is another 25 feet. So now it is here, and it will just bite into Elbin. And let's see if it will hit. It will have advantage because you are grappled in the strings.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a 15. It misses. It tries to take a chunk out of you. You manage to just wiggle enough for it to move out of the way of its bite. It's then your turn, Elben. What would you like to do? You are stuck in its grimy grip as you see its huge form just dangling from the ceiling, trying to devour you.
Can I attack if I'm restrained or no? I can't remember what the rule is. If I can still try and strike.
If you're restrained, it's with disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm going to use the older system. I don't really know the newer one so well, mate. So.
Yeah. Righto. Yeah, I'm gonna try and fire an arrow into its eye.
Okay, so that'll be an attack with disadvantage.
Yeah.
What?
Let's have a go. That's a 17 to hit.
That misses, my friend. He just bounces off
All
his
right.
stony hide.
No problem. And as a bonus, can I attempt to break free or no?
No, that would be a full action to try and do that.
Yeah. Righto. Can I do anything as a bonus action right now? Let's have a look.
Not really,
Can I
because
do?
you are restrained and grappled. If you were not, then yes.
Yeah. I think as a bonus, I'm gonna use steady aim, which means on my next attack roll, I get advantage, which will be normal,
So be a straight
but I
roll.
can't move.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
And I can't move anyway, so that makes sense.
cool. All right, sweet. So then that is your turn. Ashton, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move close to the tendril, the beast.
Cool.
However far I can move. Am I in range of it? And then I'm gonna hurl my flame towards the creature.
Nice.
You have to help me with what rolls I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah,
but
cool. So I'm gonna
It's 2d8 damage, but-
Let me see. Double check.
Spell list. You're using produce flame.
Using
yeah.
produce
cool.
flame.
So it's a +8 to hit.
So you roll a d20 and add 8.
12, so 20.
Nice. All right, cool. So then you roll damage, which will be at level 5, 2d8, like I said.
1 and 4, so 5.
Cool. So you see the flames just lick straight into the form of this strange beast with tentacles and teeth that you wouldn't imagine a stone to have. And it does take the damage.
But you see that this thing seems pretty tough.
It didn't seem to hurt it so much. You just think it's real big. It doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to take. It's not taking half damage or anything. It's taking full damage. It's just. It seems beefy.
Mm-hmm.
I thought. Alright.
Didn't want to make friends with this one.
It wants to eat you. So, anything else you'd like to do, Ashton?
No, I don't think there's much else I can do.
You can go archer form, I believe, and take.
Oh yeah, bonus action.
Yeah. So one of the really cool things you can do with a star druid is you can use your bonus action to take an extra attack with your starry form. And what's really cool is when you set that up beforehand with a guiding bolt. So next time you can try and cast a guiding bolt to do the damage, and then it give you advantage on your next shot, which then you go with more radiant damage. It's very cool. Yeah, if you go starry form, you can then.
So that uses one of
Okay,
your wild.
I'll
Yes.
do my bonus action to assume starry form then.
Wicked.
Boosh.
I don't know where that attack is on your thing, but I think it's a D20 plus your spellcasting modifier, which will be a +8.
Whoa.
12 in total.
Yeah, 12.
Okay, I'm afraid that misses. It just bounces off of the hard form of the rock creature that's standing before you. A great attempt. Wicked. Beniscus.
Okay, I'm gonna have to dash to get to it. I think. All right.
Yes, it's quite far away.
Yeah. I think is it like 80 feet away?
You could step of the wind, so using a bonus action.
I could, but what I'm thinking I might do is run. I might dash up to it and then bonus action pop my astral arms out.
Ooh, nice. I like it. Okay.
Yeah, which will also mean that it has to do a dex save
Yes.
or take some damage.
That is a 15.
Which I think might be a fail. Oh no, that meets it, beats it.
Okay,
That's the same.
gotcha. Then it just about saves. That's probably the thing it is worst at as well. Very lucky on my part. Except for talking. It's not for a great a conversation.
Cool. Well, I think that's my turn then. Yes.
Cool.
I'm there. I'm ready to whack it next time.
Yes, do you want me to move you up?
Yeah, thank you. That would be good.
Nice. It is on the roof, remember, just so you're aware. So there's 15 feet up in this section. You see your friend dangling from the ceiling, wrapped in its jaws. It was a stalactite, not a stalagmite. So, but it's still pretty big, so you can probably jump. But just so you're aware.
Okay, I've got 10 feet reach.
Then you're
with
perfect. Then you're all good.
my arms.
Yeah, then you're all good. It is then top of the round though, and its turn. And it is going to first of all attempt to bite down, because it wasn't able to chomp on you last time, and it wants to. So it's going to roll with advantage. That's double twos. Are you shitting me? Right. Well, it's going to do. How many times can I bite? Let me double check with multi-attack. Only one with its bite. Okay. So then it's going to try and use its other tendrils now that your friends are close enough. It's going to try and get them too. So, first attack coming in at Beniscus is going to be. Oh, let me just do it this this way around though. Target.
Tendril.
Tendril. Attack. Boom.
Oh,
fuck.
Okay, you are definitely grappled. Pulled in
Hey.
into its maw and pulled and reeled in. You are now both on the ceiling, pulled close to it. Its third tentacle is going to come ricking out towards the last standing party member down on the floor. Ashton, let's. Oh, sorry, I didn't need to roll advantage. Both are terrible. So 16 misses, I believe. No, 16. That'd be a 11.
Yes.
And then I will do the last tendril attack against you again.
Do the last tendril attack against
Straight
you
roll.
again.
That one's a
Straight
25.
roll.
So
Yeah.
you are also
It's 25.
within its grasp, in its tendril. You are grappled and restrained.
Oh.
All three of you are grappled and
You are
restrained. Yeah, you are not yet reeled in.
not yet
that
reeled
is
in
all of
because
its
that is
action
all of its
done.
action done.
It will then,
It will
in
then
the process, be the end of its turn.
in the process.
And then it is your
turn.
turn.
You see all of your friends are now wrapped in these tendrils. Looking around, you see the roper getting his eye flicking between the three of you. His jaw open wide. What are you gonna do?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna try and smack it for sure.
Cool. So
I had my normal roll. Now that my buddies are within 5 feet, as in they're actually attached to it,
yes.
I now have advantage because of
So there's
a
straight-
rogue.
Yes.
So yeah, I should be good to go then. Let's have a bash. You really do with it in it. Also, do you know what this whole thing is? It says cost 1d6 if I want to do a poison attack on it. What does that mean when it says cost 1d6?
That's the new rules.
I think that's something in the 2024 rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the new thing, isn't it? I don't know what that whole thing
Yeah.
is, but I do have I also have a walloping arrow.
Oh, I
But I
know
don't-
what it is. I know what that cost is. What you can do is, if you're doing a sneak attack, you can select to use leave one of those dice off
And they're poisoned.
in order to apply poison instead. So you can choose to either use all of your sneak attack dice just to sneak attack it, or you can subtract
Gotcha.
one of and poison it instead.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is pretty cool. Okay, well, let's see if we can hit it first. That is a 23 to hit.
That definitely hits.
Beautiful. So, yeah, I am going to use a d6. So let's roll for the standard damage first. That's going to be 6 standard damage. It's going to be 2d6, which is an extra 4 damage. And then you need to roll a con save, please.
What was the total of that damage, sorry?
That was 10 total damage.
Okay, and the con save.
Yeah, con save of 14.
Okay. Let's roll this. No. As a fail.
So you are poisoned.
Okay. Cool.
And then at the end of each of its turn, you have to roll the save to.
To see if it's unpoisoned. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Perfect. Nice round, mate. Very, very cool.
beauty.
Do you have a dagger?
I do have a dagger.
I
nothing you
I
can
think.
make
Oh
an
no,
offer.
I have a scimitar.
Then
How come?
because you could use the dagger for your offhand weapon.
Oh, because I got 2 weapon fighting. True.
Yeah. But it's cool. You can.
Yeah, it's all good.
You can add that later if you want. So,
Yeah.
fine. All right. So Ashley, you're up.
So I'm grappled, right?
Yes, grappled and restrained.
So let's do attack, like normal.
So what? Because you are currently grappled, restrained on the floor, I would suggest you try and either break free, but you would be at disadvantage with your whole action, or you can try and attack, which will also be disadvantage. So the attack with your guiding bolt would be really cool, because if you hit with that, you do loads of damage and you get advantage, which means you would be on a straight attack after that.
I'll try to guide him up.
Cool. So you roll an attack, a d20 twice, and take the lowest score.
Oh, they both 7, so
Okay, 7 plus 8 is 15, which misses, I'm afraid. It just flies just past him and hits the space behind him. You can now try with your archer form, which will also be again a d20, take the lower, roll twice, take the lower, and add 8.
3 plus 8, so that's, what is it, 11?
Yeah, also misses.
Ugh.
Try your hardest to try and just blast this thing before it eats you, but fail to hit. Cool. So after Ben smashes into it and causes a slight bit of harm, Ashton tries to take it down but fails. Benanigans, you're up.
Okay, well, I'm going to first up. I want to escape the grapple, so I have to use an action to do that, right?
Yes, it is also a disadvantage because strength checks and saving throws are currently a disadvantage. So
I get advantage. I get advantage on.
Excellent. So straight roll.
I get advantage on athletics or acrobatics checks to escape a grapple because I'm amorphous.
Of course, actually, you could use Dex for that too. I forgot. Yes. Okay, then I will roll.
Wait, that's a 20.
Okay, I will do it. Strength. I think you actually just beat it because. Oh yeah, there's no contested. It's just 15 set DC. So your escape. You're out of the thing.
Cool, but that's my action, right?
That is an action, yes.
Or is that one of my attack actions? So 2 attacks.
That is a good question. Double check. My instinct says it's an action. Let's double check. Last my tendrils. My tendril can over to 6 times a time, tendril attacks. Tendrils can extrude away from tendrils. Action. That's an action. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, I think that might be all I can do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think that's about all I can do. Otherwise, yeah, I don't think I'm going to bother with a patient defense. I'm not grappled though. Or maybe I will. Actually, I'll use a key point in patient defense.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that's the dodge action.
Yes, attacks are disadvantage against you.
Sweet. Okay, that's me.
All right. It is its turn.
Nice.
It is then going to first of all try and bite our current birdie friend Ben. It'll be at disadvantage due to poisons and first things going here. That is a 15 to hit.
Misses.
Alright.
Just stepping away for a sec, guys. Back in the seat.
No worries.
Worries.
Cool. It's then going to reel in.
Cool. It's then going to reel
Ashton.
There we go. Right up close. You see, as the light comes closer, you see this monstrosity in its full glory. Its red glowing eye, its rows of teeth, the weird flappy tentacles that come reeling out, and they will then do. Can I do anything else? Have the bite attack. Oh yeah, they're going to try and smash down towards Meniscus, but that'll be a disadvantage. So
Attack.
attack,
Disadvantage.
advantage.
Chill. Failed. Then it will
Go again
for its
for its
tendril. Attack. Disadvantage.
advantage.
To fail. Okay.
Oh.
Its last attack.
Fail.
Disadvantage.
Its last attack.
Oh, 13.
This is. You just see the plasmoid just kind of its body just flipping and turning as these tendrils just go through it, round it, aside it, but do not grab hold of it. The monk seems to be at one with his astral self as he gets ready to just take down this monster. Alright, that is its go. It gets to roll the save, the con save at the end of its turn. Let's see if it gets it. It's an 11, it fails. Alright.
Nice.
So it continues to be poisoned. Elben, it's your turn.
Yeah. But I mean, because that did fairly well, I think I shall be doing the same again. Because I'm not too strong. I mean, I'm rolling strength to become ungrappled, right? I can't roll.
You can dex. Roll dex as well.
I can roll dex.
Yeah, you roll acrobatics.
Yeah, then I'm going to do that.
Okay.
I shall be rolling acrobatic. And I think, if I remember rightly, it's pretty good. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's a 27.
You managed to say but that is your action. You can move still.
Yeah. Can I hide as a bonus action? I
Well,
think so the rogue, right? Can I or
yes, you can. But currently you are like 15 foot up, falling to the floor. So you fall to the floor. Take.
Yeah. Well, can I fly?
Oh, you can fly. Of course you can fly.
Yeah, I wanted to just fly somewhere hidden.
If you will get a bite attack against you if you fly away from it, just because you were in its grasp right up against its face. Yeah.
I suppose I can disengage as a bonus action,
You can.
and then just not hide. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you disengage and you fly to where?
I want to sort of get. I mean, what have I got? Half distance, or
You've got full movement.
I got full movement. For some reason, I can't see on the screen because it just says your turn. Can I see where to move or no? Oh yeah, there we go. Nice. Yeah, I've got full movement, so I'm gonna come sort of.
Cool.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, about here I can go. Yeah.
Nice. Very good. Then, that is your turn. So, Ashton.
I'm gonna try guiding bolt again if I can.
Cool. Go for it.
Disadvantage.
It is, I'm afraid, still, yeah.
Oh, good. 4. Is there any modifiers to this one?
Yeah, +8, so it'd be 12, but still.
4,
this
12,
isn't-
yeah. Oh, good.
You can now try again, but with your starry form archer. Disadvantage
Oh my
again,
God.
+8.
God again. Oh. I'm having a bad day.
You just missed twice. Again, you're just starting to panic. You see the teeth just now, and eye turning towards you now that the other two are now lost, no longer gripped within its tendrils. And you see its entire focus, just its tongue lick across its jagged teeth as it has you in its grip, moving towards its maw. Benanigans, are you back?
Right. And I'm not restrained anymore. Okay, I'm gonna smack it a couple of times.
Nice.
So I get 2 attacks plus a bonus action attack. First thing I'm gonna do, I'll see if I hit, and then if I do, I'm gonna stunning strike it.
Okay.
That's probably not gonna do it. Does a 12 hit?
It does not. You just smash against hard rock.
Okay, second attack. Ugh. 16?
Same thing.
Ooh, it's a tough bugger. Okay, I'm gonna flurry of blows, which gives me 2 more attacks at it.
Cool.
Oh man, I'm rolling like garbage. Okay, so that's another 16.
That misses again.
And last one. Oh, and another 16. 4 misses.
Yeah. You're striking it, but it just doesn't seem to have any effect. You just see its stony hide, just very durable. This creature has very, very durable skin. Its tentacles just whipping around you as its eye just looks down at you for a split second and then just turns its attention back to Ashton.
Damn. Sorry, bud. Tried to help.
It's still poisoned. This would be normally with advantage, but it's gonna just have a straight roll instead to try and bite you, Ashton.
And that is a 13.
13.
That's just your armor class.
That's just hits.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
So that does. Total of. Lots of dice. Ooh.
What?
Lots of
Dice.
Alright, so 22 points of damage. As
you just get a massive chunk bitten out of you by this roper. Its eye rolling around in the back of its head as it's enjoying its feast. It's going to then try and swish another tendril out towards our monk, Benanigans. That is going to be an 18.
That hits me.
Cool. You are grappled and restrained.
Does it just auto grapple? I don't get to do a save to avoid being grappled.
no, it doesn't do any damage. So all it
Ah,
does,
gotcha.
It doesn't do any
Yeah,
damage.
it's
So
just like a
all
way
your
of
grabbing hold and kind of control, basically. Is then going to do
Okay.
another tendril
out towards Alben.
up towards Alben.
There's normal.
Normal.
Okay. 23 hits. You also
Is this an
23
attack
hits.
roll, by the way?
yes.
Also,
Okay, I'm gonna make it roll with disadvantage with one of my luck points.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. Cool.
so then I roll again.
Come
No, it
on.
Fails.
Love that.
Misses.
Fails.
You see, it just hit the ceiling
Misses.
above you. In fact, I think it might have because it was.
You see-
You don't have to use a luck point
Sitting above you.
because it was already still poisoned. I
I think
forgot.
so. It's only a straight roll against
Ashton because he was already grappled.
grappled.
So I'm going to roll
Oh.
again. Again, so I rolled an 18 and then a 23. So then, let's say that one against
the one against Benanigans stays, and I missed against.
so
you get your luck point back because I completely forgot he was still poisoned.
Okay.
Then the end of its turn, and he gets to roll again to see if it's poisoned or not, which is what reminded me. And that is still poisoned. That is the end of his turn. And then your turn.
Okay, so now, because I'm not grappled, I am rolling an attack with advantage because my buddies are close to him.
Yep.
So I'm going to roll. Let's have a look. I think that hits, but let's see if I can get a nat 20. No. So 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Okay. And I'm going to roll. That is 9 plus the sneak attack, which is 3d6. So that's 9 plus. Oh, nice. 10. So 19 damage. Lovely. And can I do anything as a bonus?
You're now starting to see that chunks of this thing are falling to the floor as you're starting to do some more serious hits. Like its tendrils like falling to the floor as you see chunks of it fall off from its main body. You wiggle on the floor for a few minutes before fading into crusty dust.
Wait a second.
You're just doing some damage to it. I was just describing
Oh,
it.
okay. Yeah. I thought you were saying we'd killed it. I was like, hang on a minute. I'll take steady aim just in case my buddies aren't within 5 foot next time, so I'll still have advantage.
Cool.
Awesome.
Sweet. So, Ashley.
Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna third time's the charm, right?
Yes.
Always.
Oh, alright, come on. Let's do guide and bolt.
Yeah, disadvantage once more, I'm afraid.
Oh, double 15, so what was it, plus 8, 23?
23, that hits! That hits!
Finally.
So
Come
you
on.
roll a shitload of damage. That's like 66 or something. Let me double check. That, I'm pretty sure it's a lot.
Yes, third level 66.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, 66.
Ooh,
and-
25 damage.
Oi.
Oh, finally.
You see this creature just take a huge chunk of damage as you just blast it with this radiant energy. It starts glowing with this kind of radiant light. You have your starry form attack, and now this will be at advantage, so it's a straight roll and add 8 instead of a disadvantage.
19?
Plus 8, 27?
Yeah, that's the...
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, the 19 would miss if you got an 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it just misses. You see it just kind of skim off the edge. Its body just... And the kind of pulsing disapparates as it looks down and goes, its eye just trained upon you. And its teeth kind of chattering with absolute rage as it starts to look seriously hurt. Meniscus.
All right. So I'm still grappled, yeah.
Correct.
Really whack this thing. I'm gonna try and hit it a couple of times from here. So disadvantage, first attack. That's gonna miss. Second attack. That's also gonna miss. And go for. Just gonna go for an unarmed strike. By itself. That's also gonna miss. 3 misses. Cannot hit.
You're just smashing into his stony form, and you see it just not flinching. The other hits, debris still falling around you from the other colleague's guiding bolt, but it just doesn't seem to. It's like hitting a punching bag made of stones.
Damn.
Cool. It is then its turn. it's then gonna see the pesky slaps from the plasmoid, but looks down towards Ashtar after the huge strike of radiant energy. Looking concerned, it just tries to chop down on you once more, which is a straight roll due to it being poisoned and having advantage. So let's see this. Okay. It is a 23 to hit.
Oof.
So that is then
Going to be targeted, so there's going to be damage. 22. Okay, so that's 16 points of damage to
Oh, shit.
Ashtar.
I'm on 0 hit points.
Oh, no.
Are knocked unconscious as you see the roper just bite into him and blood squirt everywhere onto the floor, just drop his body. Actually, no, he's going to probably continue eating. So, in truth, you're still wrapped up, and if you're not out of the grass next round, he'll continue to eat. Okay. That is his bite. He's then going to send the next 4 tendrils all towards that Elben. Let's just get. Let's just do that. And attack. That is a miss.
Mm-hmm.
Mega fail. And then he's gonna actually have disadvantage against you as well, so I can't get lower than 1 though. Next, let's do go again. Disadvantage.
Oof.
Another natural 1. Okay. Next one, disadvantage. That's 17. That hits. You are.
Hits, but can I make you roll with an extra disadvantage with luck or no?
You can make me roll again with luck with a disadvantage, I believe. So yes, I'll
Yeah.
allow that. I'll allow that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if
Let's do that.
luck can reverse it. Disadvantage once more.
There we go.
Another fail. It just keeps on slapping the walls around you. Its last attack is going to be used. Disadvantage. Ooh, 20 to hit.
Yeah, do that one again.
With luck, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, there's another luck point. We'll do that again. Let's see. Ah, 10.
Yeah. We take it.
Completely misses each time. You just using your divine luck as it just frantically tries to take you all down in the last attempts to survive against the superior foe. And it gets to roll its save once more. That is.
Oof.
Oi! It's no longer poisoned.
Shame it's
Okay.
not, but hey.
Okay, cool. Then it is going to be end of its turn. Elvin, your turn.
Yeah. Okay. I need to decide whether I want to. I can't really save, to be honest, because our only spellcaster is the one who's downed. So, honestly, I think I'm just going to try and deal with him. So, I'm going to roll for attack with advantage and try and just smash him a bit, to be honest.
Cool.
Okay, that should hit, but let's see if I can get a extra. No, 22 to hit.
That hits.
That's 1. So that's 4 points of damage. plus 3d6. That's be 4 plus 12. That's 16 damage.
Okay.
It's
It's
looking
looking
real
real
hard.
And
You just see your
can I?
shot.
Okay. So you said I got two. I can dual wield, right?
Not when you are that far away. When you're closer up, you can. You can't use a bow and a dagger. You can use a scimitar and a rapier and a dagger. You need to both be light weapons.
Okay. That's all right then.
So you got
I'm
bonus action
just
still.
wondering. Yeah. I mean, there's not much I can do with it. I'm just wondering whether I move.
Hide.
Yeah, or just. Well, I'm thinking if I move close enough to him, can I do an unarmed strike as a bonus action?
I'm not really. No. I mean, yes. If you had used a light weapon as your first attack.
Yeah.
Yes, but you didn't. So no.
Yeah. Okay. I just don't want our buddy to get munched.
It's alright. It's Ashton's turn next, which will be a death save. Maybe he'll roll a 20.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. That'll be me then.
Cool. Ashton,
Death saves.
do you know what a death save is?
You have to roll a certain amount to stay alive for a bit.
Yes.
So-
So you have to roll a d20, and you have to roll an 11 or higher. Sorry. No. Yeah. 11 or higher. 10 or higher. 10 or higher. 10 or higher. Sorry.
9. Oh no.
Oh, you rolled a 9. Okay. So you have
Oh,
failed
God.
one death save. And you can see that on your character
boy.
sheet
Yeah.
there will be a. You can
One
track
barrier.
them. There we
Great.
go. So there'll be one fail. Ooh, that's a success. Yes. Okay. So you have one fail. That is one. So now, Benitez.
Oh boy. Okay. I think I really need to. I need to take this thing out of action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
It's looking
feel like-
really hurt.
I'm gonna struggle to hit it. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna attempt 4 hits
Cool.
with disadvantage.
Smack
That's
that bitch
definitely
up.
not gonna do it. Sorry.
Smack that bitch up.
Yeah.
Catch the picture.
No. It's two misses.
Oh.
Okay, that's a bit more like it. Does a 19 hit?
Oh, it just misses. You see it just put one
Oh.
of its tendrils at the last second. Just.
Oh no. Okay, all right. Okay. Does a 23 hit?
That does indeed hit.
Far out. This is pathetic. All right. I will go. So it's going to take. It is going to take max damage. That's good. So 13 damage plus. I'm going to do a.
How do you want to do this?
Stunning
Nice.
strike.
You don't need to
Oh,
stun
dead.
it. You smash it to pieces with that final strike. How do you do it?
A weird extra pseudopod extends from his back, reaches up right over his head, and just pokes it straight through the eye.
It puts it straight through the
Yeah.
eye. You see this a pseudopod to pseudopod smashing this strange rock-like creature, and in the process, you see your unconscious colleague Ashta falling from the ceiling as the roper also falls. Would you like to try and reach for him as a reaction, Beniscus?
Yes, I would.
Cool. Then just roll me a dex save to see if you can reach out with one of your pseudopods as he falls, and you hear that.
Just straight
of the bed
or
coming
using
into-
it.
Say again, sorry?
Can you use bits?
Yeah, dex save. Dex save.
15.
Nice, yes, you managed to soften his fall as you just reach out. Let's just make him dead. So visit. Here we go. Dead. Okay. the silence of the corridor around you, you now just hear the squeaks of bats, the combat coming to a close, your colleague unconscious on the floor. We're going to stay in order from now, just because of death saves. Do either of you did either of you choose a health potion for your magic item?
No.
Nope.
Okay.
Can I do a? Oh, it's not my turn. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
I was just going to say, could I do a medicine check? But I can do that on my next turn.
Yeah, cool. So
Can I search the druid's body
yes.
and see if he has a health potion?
Do you have a health potion?
No.
No.
Or a healer's kit.
Unlikely.
Oh god.
So that is your bonus action to search the
Oh wait,
body.
hold on. Do I have a? I do have a herbalism kit actually.
Do you have any magic items? Just to double check.
No.
You don't? Then I can say that you had a... Because I said you could have a magic item. So if you don't have one, you can say that it was a healing potion.
Yeah.
Which means...
Which would have been really smart for our druid to have, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
that's definitely what he would have chosen.
so you would heal
Yeah.
20 hit points as you're force-fed a healing potion.
Ooh,
Look at
I'm not
that.
dead anymore.
You come to life. Your colleagues around you, the strange carcass of the stone creature scattered around before you, and the odd silence with the odd squeak of rats and bats around you in the underground mines of this mountain.
Woof. Well, boys, that was an interesting guy to meet on the first day.
Yeah, that was. It's not filling me with confidence.
Not so
Yeah.
much, no.
Oh, I think this might be quite tough to get through these caves. Should we? Anyone need any? We might need to do a bit of resting.
I was going to say, is there? Can I run a little nature check and see? You know, you said that these boxes and carts and stuff were big enough for us to get in, right?
Correct.
Are they big enough for us to get in, hide, cover ourselves a wee bit, and have a little nap?
You can certainly attempt that. You think it's probably best to still keep watch. Like, you are in a hostile environment. You don't know if there's more of these creatures or other strange creatures roaming this. You've already been told that you should be aware of creatures that live underground, and you know that there are dangers. So, yes, by all means, but don't do it without someone keeping an eye out.
No. Monk, do you need less time to rest?
That's a good question. I actually don't know.
I think sometimes.
I don't think so. I don't think I have that.
I think that's a higher
gonna-
level.
Might be.
Maybe.
It might also
Yeah.
be an elf. I think elven.
Elves do.
Elves
do, yeah, but I
Yeah.
think
I was just thinking we could just do a short rest.
higher level monks don't
Yeah.
need to sleep at all.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, honestly, I'm alright, really. I don't get. The only thing I'm missing out on is my luck points. Otherwise, I'm golden. So I'm happy to take watch if you boys want to rest.
Yeah, we could just take a short rest, roll some hit dice.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So-
Wait, did you get smacked up, Beniscus?
I didn't, but I used virtually all of my key points.
Ah.
So a short rest would give me those back.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
Well done.
I need to roll hit points. That's for short rest. I'm going to explain so that Ashka knows how to do it. You can roll your hit points, which is when you take a short rest, it will tell you your hit dice. I think yours is a D8 as a druid, and you can roll up to 5 of those. And with each dice you roll, you use your Constitution modifier to add to that. So Your constitution is a
+2.
2.
so you each hit dice you roll. You roll a d8 +2 for each of those you use. You can use all of them or not, or just one or two. You've got 20 hit points. So whatever you roll, we'll add on top of that.
Oh, I've got 4.
Okay, 4 plus, so what, 2 plus 2 or 4 plus 2?
Yeah, 2 + 2. So.
Okay, so you can roll another one if you like.
Yeah, better. I got 5.
Okay.
I think that'll do for now.
Okay, cool. You're at 29
So
hit
you-
points.
Okay, cool, you're at 29.
Cool.
Only 9
Sweet.
points on. Yeah, I'd like you to roll me a perception check, guys, as you're kind of resting in that area.
Okay.
Passive or
No, active,
No.
because you're
Active.
taking watch. Yeah,
yeah.
I rolled an 8.
Okay.
Beniscus doesn't
17.
see anything.
17.
Alright, nice.
That is 19.
Okay, so both Elben and Ashta, you hear this strange, like a bird noise, yet it's way louder than any bird you've ever heard, and the resonance, like it's like it seems to not just echo like a bird in the sky. This seems to have like a force behind it. There's these weird chittering noises that you hear, clacking noise, and sound of heavy footfalls.
Can I roll a nature check? Because I am a bird as well.
Okay.
So I feel like I might know what it is.
It'd be more. Okay, it's not particularly
History?
nature. Let's go. Nature's fine. Let's go nature. That's fine.
No, that's not going to do it. That's a 3.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what with the nature?
Yeah, you can go to nature as well. Go for it. Yeah.
20 + 10, so 30.
You got
That'll do it.
You see everything. You know that the noise you just heard was of a hook horror, a monstrosity that is just an abomination to all of nature. It looks something like. Let me share that with you. Hold on 1 second.
It doesn't exactly sound pleasant.
Anyway, I'll just try and I can. Let's do that. Here we go. Shape face. It looks like that.
Oh. Honestly, I thought it was going to be an owlbear. That's why I think I'm more worried about this.
Yes, it is. You can hear that it is patrolling somewhere nearby, but its footfalls fall away from you. Like first of all, it sounds like it's getting closer. You guys huddle up and you tell the guys to be quiet, but you don't see it. You just hear its movements and it caws and it clacks once again, and it sounds like it's going further away.
Okay. So I say that me and Esso hear it. So I say like, we need to move with caution.
Can I
okay.
cast speak with animals just to see if I can hear them say anything?
You know that this is not a beast. This is a monstrosity. You don't think that that kind of thing would work. You think that this is a creature that's so warped by magic or some other abomination-y type stuff that this is not a natural formed creature. This is something that is like an experiment gone wrong, perhaps, or perhaps it's one of the guardians that you were warned of.
And this one can move as well. The other one was just stuck to the ceiling. So was it coming from this direction? Can you see if I move on the screen or no?
Can, yeah.
Was it from this direction or this direction?
It was the way that sound works in this place. It's coming from all directions, different ways. But the footfalls were definitely up in this top section. It was not from below you. So it's hard to tell. The cause and the strange clacking noises were intermittent, and they bounced off the walls a lot more. The footfalls much less so. That was when it was at its closest, and it came close, and then seemed to go back to where it came from.
Okay, I suggest to the guys that we go south.
Yeah, go around.
Okay.
Because
sounds like a good idea.
Because we came in and we just walked straight into the.
Before you do that, I will say that you do see over here where the light still is up in the most northern section, that seems to be going further down, where it's kind of where you need to be going. So just so you're aware, you'd have to go back, loop all the way around to get to that point.
Oh no, I hear you.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, no.
Just making sure.
That's where the bad guys are. Yeah, all right. Let's head to that direction. Come on, we're adventurers. We're heroes, guys.
No,
We're heroes.
To be fair, there's lots of
Feeling
other cool,
tough and wobbly.
there's lots of other cool stuff in the other direction. I wasn't trying to push you in one way or the other. I just wanted to make sure that you noticed that was the direction where you see it sloping down. Like there is also.
When we came in, I did see a light off to the other direction. It could be
Yes.
worth investigating.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh yeah, come on then. We're heroes. We run away from the danger.
We're picking our battles. I think that's the way I'd prefer to frame that.
I like that. And some good framing. Wait, did we leave? Did we lose someone?
On the map, I can't see anything actually.
Yeah, I can't see where you are.
Yeah, where have you gone?
Mine's just black. I can see a faint outline of the map, but it's all black now.
I think
the dark vision factor.
I think your character has been removed from the map. I might have deleted him by accident. I'll add you again. Can you see again now?
Oh yeah,
Yep,
there
that's
you
it.
Great, cool. There we go.
There we go.
Does it the map sort of automatically opens up to where you can see?
Yes.
It's very cool.
Yeah, and is it per character as well? Like
Yes.
that's really
all.
cool.
Yeah.
Treat like this glowing pink rock.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what we came here for.
you can see this huge crystal that seems to have this odd flowing effect. It is this pink rose quartz that has, at certain stages, you see magic running through it, going a deeper violet purple color. There are set chunks that are set off to one side, and many of the carts and barrels seem to be loaded with this kind of rock. There are certain kind of tools and bits of wood laying about. If you would like to try and assess what kind of rock it is, you can use the tools that you were given.
Can we investigate the rock?
Yeah, I was just going to say, can I use my diviner's lens to sort of try and analyze it?
Yes. As you pull it out, it is a beautiful rock, and you see the elements and some of the magic running through it as you see it with your naked eye, but there is no divination magic attached to this rock. But you can maybe roll Arcana checks to see what kind of magic is attached to it.
Okay.
I've got a 28 on Arcana.
No.
I won't. I'm quite stupid.
So, as you're looking at it and you notice that there's no divination magic attached, you share that information, and then Ashley, you kind of just feel the magic deep within this rock. This is natural. This is something that you have heard stories of long ago, but never really imagined it to be so like real in such a large quantity somewhere. But this is what many ancient druids would use in powdered form to make healing potions. It is an ancient healing crystal.
I feel like we should take some
We should harvest some.
for research purposes.
There's
Loads of it just laying around.
Yeah, I feel like we should pick some up.
Me too.
Great.
Yeah. Me too.
I grab a couple, stick them in a pouch.
I grab a couple and insert them into my blobby body. That's how he carries stuff.
Doesn't need a pouch at all.
He is a pouch.
Wicked. And then, you see
Do we know how to use? Do we know how to use this to heal ourselves, or is it kind of like a valuable resource?
So, Ashton would know that if a caster casts a spell that is a healing spell, using this as a focus, it will heal maximum.
Oh, that's awesome.
If
That's
you
really cool.
if you powder it and take several hours to craft potions, you need to use that and holy water to create healing potions. So, two ways for it to be used.
What if we powder it and just do lines of it? Does that have any effect?
I am willing for you to try that. And yes, it will certainly have some effect, but as to whether it heals you or not, we will find out.
I think Esther holding some for a spellcasting focus for healing is awesome.
Yeah, I have cure wounds
Yeah.
that could come in handy.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Great.
Cool.
These tools are huge as well. Whatever was in here before was big.
Yes.
Anything in the barrels, or is that like anything else that we've missed?
A lot of more of that this crystal that's in this room. You can see.
Crystal, so nothing else.
You can see. No, not really. You can see that there is space in like the stone walls where lots of crystals been dug out, and like in here you can see that a lot of it is crystal, but it seems that if it's been removed over a lengthy period of time, it seems to lose some of its magical essence. There is big chunks of it here that are grey. The further north you go, and that's where I'm going to stop you, because one of you has entered into space that
Oh, God.
is dangerous.
Dang.
The owlin's
Sorry,
getting
boy,
carried
I
away.
need to fly off.
So, Elvin, suddenly,
Yep.
as you're flying a bit forwards, moving around the corner is a creature that you guys that was described to you just only a few moments before, that seems to be moving fairly rapidly towards you.
Righto. I'm
Can you see it?
considering I'm incredibly dexterous. Can I try and fly and hide before it notices me?
Roll me a stealth check.
Yes, sir. I tell you, it's this damn interactive map that's causing the problem. It's too fun just go flying around.
I
That'll
feel
be
like
a
your
21.
character is just curious.
Yeah, he is. He's
Can't help
incredibly
himself.
cute. That's a 21 on a stealth check.
Okay. It seems to still move towards you, but has not paid attention to it, and you can easily move away quietly as you see it kind of move actually past you and into this little alcove where you see its nest.
Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, while he does that, my wings make no noise when I fly.
Cool.
So I'm going to attempt to sort of hug this rocky line here
Yeah.
along that edge and whip past it and go and warn the other boys quietly.
Yeah. You guys hear the kind of and the clacking noise, a lot louder echo, as suddenly this silently winged creature flies over your heads and lands next to you, Ashton.
I just
I
get
whisper to
startled.
him. I whisper, I'm like, oi, that thing that you were talking about before was over there. Let's get the fuck out of here unless you want to go make friends with it.
Shall we? We could try sneaking up on it, get the drop on it.
Yeah. We know what it, we know
Can you
what's
just
there.
put that picture up again of what it looks like?
Yeah. No problem.
My fear is that if we leave anything behind us, we're just going to get. Oh, okay, yep, it's pretty scary.
I mean, honestly, boys, if I bear with me just 1 second, because I'm an assassin.
Yeah,
If you get
If I get the drop on it, I can do a good bit of damage.
You can do huge
So I get
ones.
the sneak attack. I get the so I get the 3d6 plus I get assassinate.
But it'd be classed as a critical hit with assassinate. So you
basically
come down on it, and it would be maximum damage on your initial dice. So that would be 18 plus your normal attack dice and your modifier. So that's another D8 plus 4, right? So
And then another additional
Then you roll
5 damage.
Then you roll all of that again.
Yeah.
It's a lot of damage. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
feel free, and you could all get a blast in as well. It's just that yours would be the first strike.
Truth.
Ashley just
yeah, yeah.
says, I've been around some beasts in my time. I don't think we should judge a book by its cover. And I just start walking up with confidence.
Okay. Our druid's about to die again.
Okay.
You might be friendly.
I'm gonna stay kind of hidden but close. I'm gonna like hug the wall, just try to stay out of sight,
Right.
but get as close as I can while this is all going down. I'm just gonna hang back and watch what these two do.
You can see
These sorry as well. This the bit on the outside.
Yeah.
That wall is floor to ceiling, right? There's nowhere to perch up on top of that.
No, it's kind of it's imagine it's got like a thinner section on one side. So you can kind of skirt onto one side of it, but it's not a big platform or anything.
Okay, I'm gonna try and sort of perch myself somewhere that I can see
Yeah.
the creature, so I can still hit it if it starts to try and attack my druid friend.
Yeah, you can get on that like little bit of the kind of ceiling bit. That's no problem. But
Yeah,
can,
you should.
Go on. You saying, Benson?
Cool. Oh, nothing. I'm all good.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, you see that there in the nest there is its nest seems to be made of bones, random detritus. You see like random chunks of armor, and you notice that there is actually a lot of giant bones in that, and lots of giant weapons, and perhaps like giant skin and flesh that makes up the nest.
Nice.
Realizing that maybe he isn't friendly, I'm gonna try and stealth my way away from the situation.
Okay, because you strolled up so confidently, I did roll to see if it noticed, but it rolled real low. So you have stealth check. I'm going to say that both your stealth check and my perception check are at disadvantage. So just because you rolled up so casually and this guy's too distracted about his nest. So I'm going to
8 on the stealth check.
Okay. Let's see perception. He has a +3, so this is a disadvantage. That's 15. His head snaps around, and its beak in the air and starts screeching. And you see, as it screeches, it seems to move its head directly towards you. You see the clicks and hear the clicks and the noise. It seems to be using some strange of locating exactly where you are. And after making that noise, it just pinpoints directly at Ashta.
Oh no!
Short bow comes flying into it.
Alrighty. It. Okay, so because of it doesn't know that you're there, I will allow to roll with your sneak. So your attack with sneak attack. So this would be like the surprise round. Because of making the noise, Ashton won't get the surprise because it knows that Ashton is there. It has not located the other two yet, so you do get the surprise. So first up,
Awesome.
Elben, you're first.
Cool.
So I'm still rolling to hit it, right?
You are.
But and then is that counting as a crit effectively?
If you hit, it's with advantage, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So. Okay, that's 23 to hit.
That does hit. So that is going to be already 18 plus. What much is it? Sinister damage. Is it D8?
No, I'm going with the short bow.
Oh, sorry, the short bow. So
Yeah.
So it's a 1d6 plus 3.
okay, so it's another. So that's 9 plus 18, so 27. Now roll your attack and your short. Roll your damage again. So 27 plus whatever you roll.
6.
And sneak attack.
Oh, and then the extra. Okay. Oh, so that counts as max, and then you roll the extra.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
33.
So 27. That's
33.
33 plus 11 is 44 damage.
Nice. Okay.
You see, with one strike.
One strike.
I can't even do the math.
Math.
My brain's not
Brain's not
working.
working.
So that's going to be on.
Yes.
I think so.
No, anyway, it doesn't matter. I think you do a huge amount of damage. You just blast it in one strike. Ba-ba-bam. I think he got 10 more. I did get to 10 too much. Doesn't matter. You see him just like this one strike, just it screeches once more. And trying to kind of look in the direction of its attackers, seemingly honed in on what it thought was the only threat. Beniscus, what do you do in that same moment?
I'm gonna charge it and pop my arms out, pop my astral arms out.
Nice.
So that's popping my astral arms out is a bonus action.
Yep.
And that
It
is
has to
saved.
make a. Sorry,
Is it a deck save?
it is. Yeah,
Cool.
it's got to be 15.
Okay.
Damn.
It does, yeah. 17.
That's all good. So it doesn't take the damage from that, but then I'm gonna bop it.
Cool.
I'm gonna whack it twice.
Nice.
Do I get advantage?
For.
Just because it's a surprise round, or is that not how that?
Oh no, yeah. Sorry, of course, yes.
Okay, wait. So first hit is going to be a 24.
That hits.
Second hit is going to be a 14.
That just misses.
That just misses.
Third hit is going to be an 18.
That hits.
Cool. So that is going to be 2 hits. Sweet. So that is going to be 8. That's going to be 18 damage. And I'll use a key point to stun it as well.
Nice.
Nice.
So it's got to roll a con save. Got to be a 15.
Okay, so 15. Con save.
Yeah.
Okay. That is. Look, nope. Failed. He's stunned.
It's done
You see,
Nice.
see him just
until the end of my next turn.
Nice. You see him just the plasmoid running. I'm going to say that you guys just finish him off because he's got so little hit points left. All three of you just take advantage
Wail on him.
of that moment of absolute surprise of this creature settling down for the night for a long rest. And you guys just absolutely take it.
Ash is like, see guys, nothing to worry about.
Yeah, see, what if he was a nice guy?
I feel like the bones probably give it away. A little bit.
Can we investigate the nest to see if there's anything like treasure in there or anything
Yes,
left
please
over?
do. Roll me
Yeah,
investigation.
the bo- Investigation?
Yeah.
Loot, loot,
I got
loot.
8.
I think I've got good investigation. No, I don't. Yeah, I got a 4.
That'll be 15 for Elvin.
Oof.
Okay. You don't find anything particularly exciting, but you do see there is a lining of kind of furs and what looks to be like semi-decomposed giant flesh and kind of skin. And as you kind of move a bit of that, you do find a total of 2 standard potions of healing.
Nice.
Hey!
Oh, awesome. Wait. Maybe our druid could take one of those?
Yeah, Ashburn, chug one of them, G.
How much does the potion do?
It gives you 10 hit points.
Oh,
Gosh, you're
that's
back to
full
full.
health.
Nice.
Perfect. And then silence once more just takes hold of this space. Just the sound of your own footsteps, conversation, breathing, and flap of wings. As you think that you've pretty much gone back all the way around to where you started. You can see the odd flickering of light that seems to be coming from around the corner, from where you know that it leads further down into the system of caves within the mountain.
Can I use
That's what-
survival
That's
to
what
try
carry on,
and
then.
see where the tracks lead?
Yeah, yeah, cool.
Oh, I got a 13.
Someone else go first. I'm the one who always wakes up the bad guys.
Yeah. You can definitely sense
It's stealthy.
that it's
Pretty
mostly
sneaking.
these creatures tracks. There's not huge amounts. You can see them leading back around to where you guys are now heading, and
Nice.
they don't seem to lead further down. There is not many tracks that go past there. The fact that there is a torch waiting there and a strange kind of almost like a dead city vibe, almost like Mines of Moria vibe, like but for giants.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the archways that you see, they are elegantly made. This is not. The further you go, you see that this is probably some fairly well cultured giants, or at least good craftsmen. The archway that you see is incredibly well carved with giant symbols. Does anyone speak giant?
No.
No.
Okay.
I speak a shit ton of languages, and giant is not one of them.
All right, no worries. You guys do not understand what is said, but it seems to be some sort of welcome, or at least like many archways have as they go into a stronghold. But whatever culture was here, the only remnants you found is what's laying in the nest of that creature that you've just killed.
Can we determine like the age of this arch, like how old?
Roll me history. Or nature if you want to look more into the stone.
I've got a 5 on history and a 20 on nature.
Alright. Okay. So, you're not too sure what kind of giants historically you would work this kind of stone, but just looking from at the stone itself, you reckon it's at least 700-800 years old.
Almost as old as the wizards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe longer.
I say we head in.
Lead the way,
Yeah.
bro.
With my full sense of confidence.
Yeah,
As-
I'll follow down.
As you lead deeper
Wobbling all the way.
into the caverns, your entire senses become tuned to the darkness as you go a bit further. The light only being led by Ashton as you go further down. Even though you can see deeper with your dark vision, there is snaking paths that lead further and further down, and the artwork on the walls seems to get slightly more unique. There are not just symbols anymore. There is like these flowing patterns that then evolve into shapes that form what look like giants walking the land with dragons. And
Woof.
as you look further into them, each of these giants, they're elves, perhaps. Their ears are pointed, yet they stand next to dragons of equal height. They seem to be standing next to huge pyramids. And in this language that seems to evolve from what you've seen on the front archway, does anyone speak Elvish?
I do, yes.
Then you would recognize some of these symbols. It is not completely Elvish. It is a dialect that you are completely unaware existed until this very moment. But there are symbols that describe, like you see the word pyramid that is used, it's the same symbol that is used today in Elvish, except the symbols around it seem gobbledygook, although they do have elements of modern Elvish within it. Perhaps it's a strange dialect that was fused between elves and giants long ago. You then
Right.
eventually come to what looks like just a solid wall of obsidian stone after walking for maybe 7-8 hours of this ornate spiraling mosaic of whatever this culture was. Its entire history was laid out before you. The history, you see dragons walking alongside them and fighting off demon armies, and various pyramids holding strange twisted artifacts, and then this obsidian wall that seems to stretch as far as you can see from left to right in the darkness, and then a small piece that seems to jut out in front of you as if inviting you to unlock its secrets.
Yeah.
What was the special items everybody got? Didn't someone have something that was to do with stone, or was that just crystal?
I got something for sort of intuiting and understanding divining magic.
Yeah,
Mhm.
mine's about divination spells within like distances or directions.
Mine's a perception checks to detect the presence of magic or magical effects. So I'm wondering if I can roll on this here wall and see if
Yeah.
it has any kind of.
Perfect. Go for it. So roll me an Arcana check with advantage.
That's not gonna do it.
What'd you get?
11.
Oh, you're not far off though. It's not such a high DC. As you run your hand across the surface, you do pick up that the pit bit that's jutted out just before you seems to be a doorway, except there is no obvious key. There is no obvious lock. There is no obvious handle to open it, but it is inviting you to do so. You can feel the magic run across your fingers as you place across it, but there is something missing. There is like something that you just can't quite grasp what it is. But as you're standing there, I'd like the other two to both roll me perception or investigation as that happens, to see if you pick up on the slight detail that you missed.
Okay.
26 on perception.
So, what did you get, Benson?
I got a 21.
Boy. Alright. Okay, so yeah, you pick up on it first. There is, as they run the hand over it, there is a slight moment where you see a small circle appear on the left-hand side of the wall, and it's just as they run their hand past it that it just vanishes once more. You reckon that if they held their hand just in that one spot, the circle would appear, and perhaps there would be like a button to push?
Okay, so should we do that?
We have to push the button.
Push the
Yeah.
button. I'm gonna push the button. Okay, I try and do that then. I hear him say something about a button, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I put my hand back there again. Does the circle appear again?
It does, and it even has a little indentation where you see, and written in common, ever so small around the outside, you see it's written, "Push me."
Oh, well that's handy.
Yeah, let's
I don't
push
push it. I tell the boys, I'm like, hey, look at this.
it. My
And then I
pseudopod pushes the button.
Yeah.
He can't help himself.
Plop, you enter and suddenly see, standing before
boy.
you, there
What the-
are 4 lizard creatures standing within a room that seems to be like the foundations of a building, perhaps a cellar. You're not certain of its the exact reason why there are 4 of these creatures, but they all kind of start gibbering as you enter, and speaking in a strange tongue. Does anyone speak Undercommon?
No.
There is.
I don't think I do.
You do?
No.
I speak
I usually
common,
do
draconic.
take them.
Yeah, I speak common, draconic, dwarvish, gnomish.
Okay. Well, they are.
Yeah.
You guys understand some of the words. Like, it's fairly similar to common, but it's such a strange dialect, and they seem to be nervous, pointing at the barrels that they're around, and then pointing to you. You see that there are 2 doors, one to the north and one to the east, in this chamber, and there are small grates that are like in the corner of each of the corners that these guys are standing in front of, and one of them moves back, grabs something from the barrel, and then comes back in and starts drinking whatever they've taken from the barrel, and starts speaking that strange language once more.
Are you okay there, bud?
And you see all of this kind of slime just start dribbling down their chins, as each of them kind of look and sniff the air towards you. And they especially look towards Elben. All of them kind of fascinated by the bird-like creature that they seem to see, and all of them start salivating loads more.
How high is the ceiling in here?
15, 20 feet, kind of similar to the last.
I fly up. I fly into the middle of the room,
Cool.
spin around a couple of times, and sort of staring at each of them.
Yes.
And I just say, have you ever seen a creature as beautiful as me?
They all stare in wonder.
Beniscus clocks this and forms himself into the shape of an owl. It's just a blobby, gelatinous bird.
The druid turns into an owl as well.
What? That would be amazing. Okay, so as you see the pseudopod owl start blubbling around, one of them kind of looks at him, but they don't seem to salivate quite so much when looking at you. They don't seem to
They're not
have the
full.
same effect. But one of them is like and points to you and points towards the barrel, and then continues to speak in this strange language. You see there's loads of rats running around as well in this space.
Can I wobble over to the barrel and have a look at it?
Yeah. It is definitely wine.
Oh, so they're getting boozed.
Yeah, they're just having a time.
I dip a
Animals.
dip a little flask in and have a little drink, and you see the wine like flow inside the gooey gelatinous. You just see this like stream of a slightly darker color inside him.
You see the one that was in the corner, like creep up towards the other side of the wine barrel as you drink it. It goes inside you in this strange way, and it is absolutely mesmerized as it's kind of going inside you and around. It was one that looked at you as an owl the first time, but now that this is happening, you see it also drinks some and like then throws some more at you. See if it throws it at you, you're just being absorbed.
God.
It kind of just splatters over my meniscus.
So it looks at you, just like licks its lips, and then looks back at the owl.
I fly over, like I sort of have a cut in one of my claws or whatever. And I fly over and I just pour wine into each of their mouths from above.
God.
All right.
I'm just trying to feed them.
Cool. At that, one of them just goes, and the other three go, and start speaking with each other. And about 3 seconds later, you suddenly hear a click, click, and this room up here opens. And then all four of them point at the same time and point to the room above.
Oh, well, thank you, fellas. I appreciate it. You have a lovely evening.
Oh, thanks. That was a delicious drink. He kind of glows a little bit.
It was really, really nice to meet you guys.
Did anyone else drink anything? Just so.
I didn't. No.
Okay, cool. Did Elben? Did you drink?
No, I just fed them.
Okay, cool. So.
Cool.
Yeah, you see. You see in the next room that there is a strange mound of bubbles and foam that is emanating a green fog around it. As the door opens, it seems to be the only source of light in that space. The green foam, that is.
Okay, bioluminescence.
Yeah, something like that. It smells real bad. Hey!
All right.
Oh no, too late, too late. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that. I'll say that you're both at the same spot. There you go. As you get in there.
I'm working on a mobile phone. Remember?
It's okay. Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine. But you got it. You took one step in, which is all you needed to do. I need both of you to roll Constitution saving throws with disadvantage, please, because you didn't drink.
Good grief.
Sorry. You roll straight rolls because you didn't drink.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and that 20 plus 2, so 22.
All right. You feel this wave of sickness wash over you, but you just brush it off. Like you feel like this is some strange magic coming from this foam. How about you, Elben? What did you get?
I got well, it says 20, but I have a +1 on saves because I got a cloak of protection, so I think it's a 21.
Okay. It might well just massively add it, but maybe not. Okay, cool.
Yeah, usually it does.
All right.
Oh, yeah, but I thought so, but then it's 4. It was 16 plus 4, so it should be an extra +1. But I don't know why I didn't add it on.
No
anyway,
no worries. You are both fine. You have this wave wash over you, but there is no particular effect. You do see that some of the foam starts bubbling, though, as you guys enter the aura that emanates around it.
Can I come in too?
Yep. As you enter, I would like you to roll me, but the same, but with advantage.
Okay. Is this against being poisoned?
Kind of. It's not particularly poisoned, but it's something similar.
And what was it? It was a con save.
Yes, con save with advantage because you drank.
17.
Okay, great. You walk in and the smell, the strange drink that you had moments ago, the wine is ever so rich, and yet there is a familiarity to this odor as you see this foam bubbling up and down in the center of this room. And due to the fact you have that same flavor floating around in your mouth, you swear that this is some sort of odd fermentation of something. Like there is a reaction happening here in this mound of foam.
Hmm.
Can we investigate it somehow?
Of course.
Yeah, I
Would
think
it be a
I think
standard
I
investigation.
can I extend a pseudopod into it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I've got like 10 feet reach with them.
Yeah, great. You kind of reach in, you do feel like there is a solid lump at the center of it.
I'm kind of resistant to being poisoned. Shall I try stepping into it?
yeah, have a walkthrough, bro.
Yeah, okay, all right. Veniscus kind of makes himself look as much like the foam as he can, and
Cool.
and steps into it.
Great, you step into it and it kind of covers all around you. And due to the previous save, you're fine. It kind of slippers off your kind of amorphous form. And as you get further into the center, you kind of peer your viewing point into the gloopy foam. And you see that there is what seems to be the remains of a myconid body.
Okay, that's like a little mushroom dude, right?
Correct. It's what would have been a living mushroom creature. There was about. This is quite a big one. It's one of the biggest you would have noticed. It's about maybe 8-10 foot tall. Still big now. So it probably was a bit bigger when it was living.
That's what the fella at the beginning, the wizard, was talking about. These mushroom guys.
The fungi.
Yeah.
Is he a fun guy?
I hope so.
Sorry, everybody.
It was.
Can I sort of can I look at this, like examine it, and kind of see if I can, like using my insight, kind of intuit what is up with it, particularly why it's fermenting.
Yeah, you think that there has been a particular process, assessed perhaps magical in nature, to create the wine that you have been drinking.
Right.
Oh, disgusting.
There is now a realization in your mind that perhaps the effects of the wine are delayed by some time. You're probably going to be tripping balls in a little while.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think they turned the mushroom guys into some kind of booze, bro.
Sweet. And I drank the booze. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Shall we move on?
On that realization, though, you hear a click. Click. And the
Oh
door
god.
open into the next area.
Well,
There
I
is
just
Wait, straight on
walk
or?
around it.
I'm drawn to it for sure.
Walk
Yes.
around.
Can anyone else
the
see that glowing circle, or is it just me?
Yeah.
A bit of both.
I'm drawn toward the light.
Oh shit! It's a big old glowing light.
Yeah, I'm going to wander in.
Yeah, as you
Yeah.
wander in,
Description.
I'm flying in.
there is a mesmerizing pulse that emanates from the center that just seems to be calling your name. You see the picture almost formed before you of a young human, maybe 20 years in age, big dark circles around their eyes, standing next to a blue crystal. The two of you, the other two, you do not see this. You just see a pulsing magical energy with four kind of like pillars that seem to be the power source for this magical circle that is radiating powerful energy. It seems to be an odd sensation, but as you see your plasmoid friend walk into it and towards the center of this creature, suddenly he just vanishes and disappears.
Oh, what?
No.
Oh, shit. Can I use my diviner's lens to sort of see whether this is divination magic?
You I would let you you know now already that this is teleportation magic. You have gone somewhere else. You are standing in a different
shit.
place. So no
I'm
need
gone.
for check. Yeah,
Okay.
just whoop. Yeah, I will describe where you are in just a sec to see what the others do first. So
Like I rush into the center just to see
Okay.
like where he's gone, if he's invisible or something.
both of you just rush in, shoo, boom, boom, boom. And first up is let's activate. You appear, your stomach dropping, you're feeling this strange rush of energy as you appear in a chamber that is just filled with magic. There is these strange rippling magical crystals that seem to be just spiraling with strange red kind of veins that run through crystals. Can any of you see? No, your character's not on the map.
I can't see.
Not at the moment.
Yes.
Mine's just reloading at the moment.
Oh god, wow, that's quite something.
Oosh.
Damn.
Yeah,
Hot diggity.
you see the vision that stood before you. There is a human.
I'm blackout drunk. See anything?
Can you still not?
No, not yet.
Okay.
It'll load in a sec.
Okay, cool. basically, you're standing on top of this platform with some stairs with 2 pillars either side that lead down onto a larger kind of almost like a dance floor, patterned kind of tiled flooring. But around the outsides are like these gardens of crystals that between them is just radiating shit tons of magic. Right across the other side of the room, there is another set of stairs that lead up to a pedestal or a kind of dais where there is a human, the human that you saw, the male, sitting on some steps. That's sitting on the dais that is in the area that seems to be radiating with the most amount of magic. And you know for a fact that these are the crystals that you've been looking for. There is all of your devices just ping automatically as soon as you enter this space. There is just very obvious signs of divination magic in the air. Within the clouds of magic themselves that form around the crystals, you each see moments of your lives where you've had to make a decision. Like, for example, coming on this quest, joining the group where you've been traveling for the last year. You see each of you making a different choice, traveling with different groups, going to different places, being in this space with different people, all in these strange bubbles of magic.
Diggity. All right.
I feel like I want to roll perception on the floor because it feels a trap.
Okay. Roll me perception.
That is a 26.
Okay. You reckon that where you see the shadow is probably the only places you can tread. So the movement across the space, you have to make sure you are avoiding the magical clouds which lighten the floor before you. It will need the perfect timing, run, to stop, run, pause, move to the next section, move to the next section, follow the route around to get to the completely other side without being affected by the natural magics that radiate through the space due to the crystals.
Well, I don't think I'm the most agile person, so
I've
who
got
wants to take it?
acrobatics. I've got good acrobatics. I could give it a go.
I can fly, so
Oh, that's true.
I think both of you are rather dexterous, so then you can both try and make your way across.
I'll give it a try. Yeah.
Cool. So
I can carry the. Wait, how? What?
It's-
What?
this is
Asher, what are you?
half elf.
Half elf.
It would
Not
be-
that small. Then I probably can't carry him.
There are a series of checks. So the first one I want you to make is a perception or investigation to see if you can time the first movement correctly.
Okay. I'll
Anyone that wants to do
Alright,
this can.
I'm gonna. So my perception is +4. I got a 23.
Nice.
21 for me.
Nice.
I get advantage as well with the.
Ashton, you
Magic.
staying there, or are you going to plan to
I'm
move?
standing there watching what
Cool.
happens.
Both of you time it just at the perfect second where you see the magic converge in the first section and then follow directly after. And you both managed to get to this point here. You see the target on the map? Can you see the map?
I can't
here?
see anything at the
Okay.
moment. Nah, not at the moment. That's okay though. Just carry on.
Okay. I will share my screen so you can see. It's your screen.
Oh wait, so you haven't even seen the place yet?
No.
Nah.
Oh,
I'm going
beautiful,
blind.
mate. It's really nice.
So you should
I
be able
drank
to
too
see.
much.
I have shared my screen on Discord, so you should be able to see it now.
Yeah. Just hopping over to that. It's still trying to load on my browser. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, cool.
So you guys have got to here. You're both on the same spot pretty much. So you got to there where the darker energies have converged, and as that the next steps appears, I need you to both roll me dexterity saving throws to see if you can kind of balance your way across. So like there is a certain amount of steps where you see the pattern shift as the magic seems to accelerate.
It's now loaded for me.
Great.
So you can stop sharing the screen if you like.
Dave, you say?
Dexterity saving.
I crit.
Yes.
I got a 20. Net
Oh.
20.
I got an 11.
Nice.
And
Cool. So,
I shall. Oh,
go on. What are you going to say?
well, if I think something gnarly is gonna come, I'm gonna use a luck point.
You definitely failed. That's why I said nice.
Yeah. So I'm gonna use a luck point.
Okay, so you can re-roll that.
Yeah.
This is your last luck point, right?
Yeah. That's it. That's an 18.
Ooh, you're okay.
Woof.
You get to the next stage. You're about halfway across, so a bit further. So you're about halfway across, and you see the guy standing there, and you start to hear what he's saying. You now are pretty sure that you are in the safer zone of the entire space. You don't have to worry about your timing as much. There's now a kind of wave, an area that you kind of just move left and right in, and forward and backwards a couple of times, just to make sure that you are within the space. But you hear the mumbling of this creature, this human that seems to look across at all of you, and then it seems to raise his head and kind of roll his eyes just a little bit at the intrusion on his piece. There is,
Being so happy, bro.
as you kind of speak up, there is a sadness that just looks. It goes,
Stop it! No closer. I've guarded these crystals for so very long. I won't let them fall into unworthy hands. Not again.
For a moment, he seems torn, as though wrestling with some unseen decision. He then exhales, his voice softening slightly.
I am Grigori. Once I was like you. Foolish adventurer, who thought himself destined for power. Silviara, the great elven mage, saw through my ambition and cursed me. She wove magic so potent it bound me here, forcing me to protect her crystals until I or the curse is broken.
He starts clenching his fists and just like smashing his body and himself as he's just pacing backwards and forwards, and steps up against the dais once more. And he just kind of moves into the center. You see now the magical forces from that main crystal radiating through him up around the steps. The light around him just seeping with magical energy. The crystals glowing like red, glowing flames like runes running across the surface. And he continues to monologue, barely even aware that you exist. Like, feel free to move closer at your own choice as he continues. He continues in a way that is kind of just disconcerting in one fashion, because the way that his kind of voice carries seems to just radiate even at the back of the room now as he stands in that center space. It's like his whole voice is radiating through every magical crystal, every stone, every rock, every piece of slab of stone.
Silviara, was no ordinary wizard. She was brilliant, yes, and her brilliance teeters on the edge of madness. Her tower, deep within a forest, yet at the edge of different plains, is protected by wards that none have broken in centuries apart from a few. And inside, she conducted experiments, forged spells that delved into this raw essence of life itself. I sought her power, thought I could harness the energy within these crystals for my own ends. But Silvara's spell caught me before I escaped, dooming to this prison, bound to live an eternity in the beast she conjured from my darkest impulses.
He continues, pacing, getting angrier and angrier. You see him start gouging large streaks of kind of blood in his right arm as he dives his kind of nails deep into his arm as he just rants and rips a piece of flesh from his left arm and throws it to the floor.
For years, decades, I can't even recall how long I've watched every adventurer who made it this far. They all coveted the crystals, they all failed each time because I killed them. I'll kill you too.
As he spreads his arms in a gesture that was desperate and defiant. And I want all of you to roll me religion checks, especially now that you see this. And even though you are not in the front lines of this, Ashford, you do see it still. In all of the crystals, you see various versions of yourselves seeing this creature up close, this strange being that seems to be some of the images human and other this half-shifted form that is not quite human, not quite beast, and then it's odd sensation that rings out in it's like looking into a kaleidoscope of the same fractured reality and some slight tiny difference each time, each one, as you just see this scattering of multiversal images before you.
12 religion check.
Okay. Anybody else get higher?
No.
I just rolled a 19. I think I have a plus to that. No, I don't. I've got a -1, so that's an 18. I got an 18.
That's still enough. You know that this guy seems to be a were creature of some description. As they start gouging their hands, their arms, you can see their fingers extend into claws. Their bodies start to distend as all of a sudden the form twists. Grigori's face contorts in agony as he doubles over, gripping his sides as strangled cry escapes his lips. Ah! The veins stand out on his neck and arms, and his entire body trembles. You don't understand, he snarls, clenched teeth. The curse, it feeds rage. His eyes flash, golden pupils narrowing into slits. A growl rumbles deep in his chest. Before he rises, his back arches with a sickening crack. Bones elongate and shift. Dark fur sprouting from his skin in patches. His fingernails twist into vicious claws. In seconds, the young man is gone, replaced by a hulking wolf, humanoid hybrid, twice the size as he was before. And we'll remove human Grigori, and we'll reveal.
I ready.
It's
Oh my
why.
god, David.
Okay. I need. Is there any response to that initially?
I want to charge forward and smack him.
Yeah,
so-
I'm gonna
That's what I
fire
would do.
I'm firing at him straight away.
Okay, so that's a no. There is initiative. So let's let me just prime this, and then does anybody?
Well, actually,
This is
yeah,
the-
I fly into the air.
Okay, just because this is the last fight. Does anybody want to break? Because we are rolling quite late into the evening, day. So we've been 3 hours. So just saying, we haven't had a break yet. If people want to have a break, then they can now. If not, we can go straight into battle. I'm cool either way.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
I'm
good. I'm good.
The
now, too.
Wolfman's arse at the moment.
Great, perfect. Let's go in. So, everyone, roll me some initiative.
Oh man, I got a 1 as well.
Oh god.
Oh no!
so, who got ones? Everyone.
I got
I got,
Ashton.
18.
Okay, so
I got a 1, but I have a +3, so that gives me a 4.
No, so just one.
Okay. So there we go. All right. So it is the werewolves go first, and it glowing, full of magical, crazy, shady energy. It will. It's going to rush forwards. Here. And come down and take. Cool. It's going to take its multi-attack. So first up, it's going to come in and swipe down.
Who's it attacking?
You.
Sweet.
So that,
Asmo, is there a way?
yeah.
Sorry, bud. Is there a way that you can zoom out slightly?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Just so we can see. Well, maybe
Well, no,
it's just on my phone.
No, yeah, you need to zoom out. I can't zoom out for you. I was like, hold on, what?
Ah.
It's because in initiative it will zoom in on the person whose turn it is. Yes. So, does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Great. That's the damage. Okay, that is 6 points of damage, so applied. It's then going to come back in and do its bite down on you. Oops, let's double check something. Yeah. It's going to do a bite, which is going to be a 12, which misses. Tries
It
to
does
bite
miss.
down on you. Let's double check how many it has. Yeah, it has one more bite down against towards you. 2 bites. Oh no, sorry, one more claw attacking against you. 2 claws, 1 bite. Which is a 19 that does hit. And that is another. Okay, 5 points damage. So I applied that too. Cool. You see him sweep right down, hacks you twice with each hand, but completely misses as he tries down to bite you as you just manage to morph yourself out of the way. It is then the end of his turn, and it is going to be Elben's turn.
Okay, I think I'm actually good to go because old mate is stood next to him, so I get advantage on
That's
my
true.
attack,
Yes.
and I shall be firing my short bow at him,
Great.
and that's going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Beautiful. Now I am attacking. I thought this arrow was going to be cooler, but it's not. But it's a walloping arrow.
Is it magical?
Sounds cool.
It is. It's not magical. No, it's common. It's just common.
Okay. Yeah, I think
That's
I
it.
know. I think this is probably that I've made. So, and what does it do again?
It's just you've just got to do a DC 10 strength save. So
Okay. Cool.
it's just a normal arrow. So I'll roll damage to begin with.
Yeah, that's it. It's a 20. So.
There. So it's going to be a 5 plus 3d6. So it's going to be altogether 13 points of damage.
You see the arrow embed into his chest. Turns his head towards you and just plucks it out, drops it to the floor. It seems to have had no effect.
Cool. Okay. Well, that's not very good.
So,
Righto.
Do you want to move? Or any bonus?
Yeah, well, I mean, how high is the ceiling in here?
About 30 feet in this highest.
Chill.
Yeah.
I'm 30 foot up and I'm over here somewhere. I'm going to go behind him.
Okay, cool. Sweet.
It won't let me go over where the wall is, though, because there's a wall there, so... Just imagine I'm...
You can
Here
you
somewhere.
just go up and around like that.
Ah, okay. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I'm over there.
Cool. Then what we'll do next time. So Benanigans is your turn.
Okay, all right. He's right on top of me, right? I'm gonna pop. I've already got my astral arms out, or actually, do I? Has it been 10 minutes since our last fight?
Yes.
It has. Okay, all right. I'll pop my arms out, so he's gonna need to do a dex save.
Cool.
No, there's a fail. Okay, cool. He's going to take 2d6 damage, so I'll just roll that. That's going to be 7 damage. That's force damage.
Nice. It does take that damage.
Sweet. And then I'm going to pop him a few times. So, first one is a 13.
Okay. That
Does a 13 hit?
That does not. No.
That
Sweet.
Oh, sorry.
Second attack
I'm wrong.
is-
Yes, it does.
not.
It does hit.
Ah, awesome.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so
I am wrong.
so
Yes,
second
it does.
attack
It
is
does
a dirty 20.
Yes.
Okay, that certainly hits.
Third attack is going to miss. I'll roll some damage. I'm going to make one of those
Okay,
stunning
that
strikes
certainly hits.
as well. So he is going to take. He's going to take 17 damage, and he's got to roll a
And
Constitution save.
is
With a
that-
15?
Is that magical damage?
It's all force damage.
So all force damage. That is great. So what's the total again? Sorry, 14.
17.
17.
Yep.
Sweet.
So what's his con save?
Con save is as a 9.
That's a fail. He's stunned.
He will use a legendary which lowers legendary resistance to
Nice.
succeed on that. But that is a resource used. And
Sweet.
you see him punch into him. You see it almost like shaking. Like his head moves for a second. He just shakes and kind of looks down at you, kind of angry and pissed off that this is kind of already looking pretty bad for him. Very nice.
Sweet, that's my turn. I'm done.
Ashley, you're up.
Oh,
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to see if I could disengage or anything, but I can't. So that's me. I am done.
And actually, before Ashton, he's going to use the legendary action to try and bite you after that thing. So you will just do this attack. There we go.
Chop.
That's a miss. Great.
cool.
Right,
So,
cool. Sweet.
Ashley, you're up. You can see this battle happening on multiple fronts. You can see it happening through the mist in the magic before you, but also in all of the magical, multi-dimensional versions of yourself as well.
What's my movement like? How close can I get to the fight?
You'd have to run through that magical area and risk kind of do the same process. So you could dash on one turn and just run and leg it, and you'd have to roll a check to if you can time it straight up. And if you do manage it, you'll be 60 feet in front. So that would be from here to here, like that.
I do have Misty Step. Can I teleport to halfway?
You can. Then that's even easier. So you can teleport to
Hell yeah.
to here and then just run, and then you still get your action afterwards. So you don't even need to worry. With Misty Step, you're like already in the zone.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Slightly too
Cool.
far, but that's right. Yeah. You would, if you want to go, you wouldn't be right up close because just because if you were, you'd probably eat it. So have you got spells left?
Yeah, I've got some slots left. I'm
Cool.
gonna use
Just because.
Iron Bolt.
Yes, because you have used a leveled spell as a bonus action, you can only cast a cantrip as a standard attack now. So you can use your create flame.
No, I just throw the flame while in the same turn.
Yes, I'll allow it.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Cool.
Use flame for it.
Nice. And that's a save, isn't it? It's a dex save.
Yes. Oh, 18 to hit.
That is a 15. You'll take the damage though.
10 damage.
Okay, cool. And he takes half. It does start looking hurt. You know, you can see his body start singed. You can be the abrasions from the attacks, the punches. You can see his body just starting to take some serious damage that she was not expecting to have from you guys in such a quick succession. The panic running through his eyes, his mouth now extending, looking even more feral than before. Yes, quite the anxious look in his eye. Anything else you'd like to do, buddy? I think that's your full turn.
No, I'm done. I'm done, I think.
Cool. So it is then his turn, and top of the round he heals 10.
Ugh.
Then he is going to just wail in again. Well, first attack down towards Benithius is a miss. Second attack
Sweet.
is going to be is a hit. It's a 20.
Is that against me as well?
Yes.
Sweet.
That will be a total of Damage. That is 8 points of damage, so I'll apply that. And then its last attack is the bite.
I don't remember what I did before. I've been rolling the bite damage. I'm getting all confused with what damage. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's the same.
Confused with what damage.
Oi!
Oh no!
I think that hits.
Oi.
Oh no!
Okay. So that is instantly 10
That hits.
plus
Oi.
damage. So 10
Okay.
plus
7. So that is 17 points of damage in total. I'll let you add that.
Oh, I'm quite hurt.
Yeah, you remove that just because I can't do it automatically because I'm doing brutal crits. So 17.
17.
Yeah.
So
I can do it from the character actually. Let's do it manually.
oh yeah, cool.
So it puts you on 17.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
Okay. And you also need to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh no, I crit failed.
Okay. You guys suddenly see your plasmoid friend's limbs start to extend as the bite from this lichen just ravages the plasmoid's form, and you see like this strange kind of liquid or kind of faux, like weird kind of substance leaking from it, and also the mixing with the saliva of the werewolf. Would you like to describe how your werewolf form appears?
Oh, I'm a werewolf.
You are now.
Oh wow. Okay. I think he basically takes on like a his shape extends, his face extends into a snout, and a really, really long wispy tail extends out of his butt. And he kind of crunches down onto all fours, and I reckon he changes color as well. He goes kind of like a brownie goo color.
Nice.
with like flecks of black around the sort of where his ears would be. But he's got no ears. Like he's very like looks a little bit like a Play-Doh dog.
Great. You now consider the werewolf an ally, and your previous allies your enemies.
Oh no!
No.
Yes, and also I forgot. Now that you're up in that magical space by that crystal, you also need to roll me a con save to these Elben.
Gonna lose.
You want higher than a 12?
Uh, 18.
You're fine. Cool. Then is going to be the end of its turn is Elben's turn. In fact,
Okay, so
sorry,
I've noticed that.
it will move now.
Uh?
It will have moved because it's no longer got a threat next to it, so it's going to move. Yeah, but it's your turn, buddy.
Okay, so I noticed that non-magical weapons weren't doing anything.
Correct.
I want to try something.
Cool.
Can I fly over to this here? This crystal.
Okay.
Like, sort of as I'm flying past it, grab a piece off, and then fly and ram it into the werewolves.
So, crystal is like a piece of like living magical stone. So just grab a piece. You're not gonna. You need to prise it off, smash it off, break it off in a way. There's still huge amounts of magical energy running through this. You're not even sure what will happen when you break it. So No, as a quick thing. Yes, if you try to smash it or take it in a way that is more time consuming.
Yeah. Okay. And now I've got another bad guy as well. I have nothing magical. That's the problem. I mean, honestly, at this stage, there's nothing else. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and sort of fly over to this one here. And I'm going to try and smash part of it off with my scimitar.
Nice. Cool. Roll me an attack.
That's going to be a 23.
That is. Roll damage.
6.
Great. Cool. You definitely smash a piece off. You have a piece of this crystal, but you need to roll me a d20, and then you need to roll me a d100.
The 20 is a 10. And the 100 is a 50.
Okay. So, 10 you say. Okay, that's that's probably the good thing you've got. And then 50. Okay. Okay. What magical items in your possession do you have? What non-magical items do you have in your possession that are kind of weigh 1 pound or less?
I have arrows and a dagger.
Okay.
And a short bow.
You now have 2 daggers instead of just the one. A magical dagger just randomly appears at your side instead of the 2.
Okay.
Damn.
Cool. Okay, nice.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. And that is.
And I have the crystal as well.
You do have the crystal? Yeah. You still have the bonus action, technically, and some movement. Well, no, you
Yeah.
You've got like 10 feet of movement left because you flew 20 feet down to get to the crystal.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna fly over to like here then.
Cool.
And as a bonus action, I will be like readying the attack.
Now that you are
Steadying.
standing there with that as well, you also need to roll me a Constitution saving throw again. You are holding a crystal, so it's with disadvantage, but it's not very high. You still need to beat a 12.
With disadvantage, you said?
Yes, because you are holding a crystal.
Yeah. Yeah, 20.
Yeah, you're fine. And then it is Beniska's turn.
What can I do?
So you have claws. So your unarmed strikes now do 2d4 plus strength or dex.
Okay.
Instead of just the normal damage. And your bite.
And I need to.
Yeah, you just attack the guys around. As long as everyone's cool with PvP, it's part of the story. But if they're not, then I understand. But I'm hoping that it's okay.
I'm kind of okay with it.
Okay, cool. Is it? Great, cool. Then it's all in the fun of the game. So yes, if you make a bite, so you can make 2 unarmed strikes and then 1 bite attack, if you so wish. And the bite attack is 1d8 plus dex or strength.
Okay. I guess I probably would attack whoever's closest.
Yeah.
Which is.
It's going to be Ashton.
I'm so sorry. Hopefully I roll really badly.
And due to pack tactics, it
That's
would be
good.
with
I rolled an
advantage. Pack tactics. You're next to another werewolf, which means you roll with advantage.
God.
As well. Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
no.
Right, I'll do the unarmed strike first. I rolled a 10 with advantage.
Okay.
Do I add anything to that?
Yes, you would add your standard bonus for attack.
My standard.
Yeah.
Right, with a strength attack.
No, you can use either.
Strength or dex.
Yes.
My strength is -1. I'd like to use that. Dex is +3.
Okay, so +3, so 13, which would hit.
Oh. Okay, so that's the first one. And what did you say it was? A D8
2d4.
of damage.
2d4.
2d4 of
Yeah, your
damage.
your claws are 2d4.
Sweet. Okay, that's a 3 damage.
Okay.
Second attack. Second attack is going to be. I rolled a 7, so that's 10.
That misses.
Sweet. And the bite attack. Oh boy, I crit.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
So that's 10 points of damage. Sorry, yeah, 11 points of damage plus a d8.
I rolled a 2. At least I rolled low.
Okay, so 13 points of damage plus you now need to roll a con save.
I'm so sorry, Ben.
That's 6.
Okay, please describe to us how you also become a werewolf.
I think I'm so close to turning into a wolf in rage anyway, through my wild shape form, and in revenge. But I have no ability to understand my own actions, as what was going to be a wolf just mutates into this disgusting form of a hybrid werewolf, and I'm just like so confused and enraged and angered, and I'm just foaming at the mouth with my newly found teeth, fangs just stretching through my clothes and ripping whatever's left on my body.
As the transformation has taken place with the two colleagues of the pensioner party that went out to collect these crystals, they all turn their heads towards the one remaining party member that flies up in the magical crystal in hand, cursed, running through their veins. You see all of these elements of multiple dimensional versions of yourselves all becoming werewolves. There is no version where you survive this.
Oh no.
What do you wish to do as it comes round to your turn, Ashton, and you see your once colleague, now prey, flying up on that ridge?
I guess I'm gonna charge and trying to claw them down.
Great, you still have, you know that they are flying and they're up on the ridge, so you can either run around and try and jump up, or you can still use your magics. You are bestial, but you are instinctual. It's like however you think your werewolf would act. I'm not saying you should do it one
I
way
think
or
because
another.
I was going to be a wolf anyway through wild form, I'd want to attack as a wolf in
Perfect.
rage. So I'd go around and attack them with my
Great.
claws.
So your movement, you could get to that top bit here, I'd say, and probably because
Oh, my map's gone. I can't see my map anymore.
so I can you can probably leap up there. So roll me an athletics check, whatever your normal score is, plus an extra 2.
So it's 20, so 22.
Nice. You jump up onto the side easy, and you can make your 2 claw attacks, which is a d20, plus your strength or dex, whichever is highest.
or 19.
Yeah, I believe that hits. The 17 is your.
Yeah, hit.
Yeah, okay. So that's a 2d4 plus. That's just. Yeah, it's 2d4.
That is 4 damage.
So 4 points of damage. Second attack.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a D20 for a second attack?
Yeah, same again.
12 for 14.
That misses.
That one misses.
Yeah, and then your last is the bite attack.
That's 6.
That misses. Cool. As Ashler runs in, swipes in his feral wolf form, the werewolf that stood before you solitary, now as a pack, comes charging in, bigger than all the rest, can easily just try and reach you as you're flapping your wings frantically, looking at your once friends, looking as their eye is now feral. And it's going to try and bite against you. Let's do the target. Let's go to advantage due to pack tactics. That is a miss for the bite. Then the claws, advantage. That is a hit, I believe. That is a 18.
Yeah, hit.
Okay, so damage is I still on. There we go. So that's it. Whoa, hello?
You there?
Okay, yes.
You there?
You alright?
Now, yeah, sorry, my computer just froze for a second. I was just like, what's going on? There we go. Great. It's then going to do its second attack. Third attack. It's not the bite.
What was the damage on the second one there? I didn't hear you, but
It's already been applied. I've already given it to you. It's 8 points of damage. I've already applied to your character. But on...
oh shit! I've been looking at. I'm doing my health through Beyond.
Then you then continue. It's on there as well. So you 8 points of damage.
I'll take half on that though with Uncanny Dodge.
Okay, nice. Then second attack misses. Third attack misses as his claws come in again, and he just swipes away. Oh no, yeah, that's fine. And then that is the end of his turn, and it will be Elben. It is your turn. You can see there are now 3 werewolves hunting you down like a pack. What is your plan?
Mm-hmm. I am going to try and ram the crystal into the skull of the werewolf.
Okay.
So, I don't know how I'm going to attack it though. I guess with just a normal strength attack.
Yeah. So just roll with an unarmed strike.
Unarmed strike.
You can see most of his wounds have healed already by now as well.
That's a 19 to hit.
That hits. So then I'll say roll 4d6 damage.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be cast as psychic, as the crystal emits a psychic charge.
Yeah, that's a 13 damage.
All right. So that'll be... Okay. All right. It will then roll a save to see if it starts tripping balls.
So wisdom save. Normal. It failed. It will use its last and second legendary resistance. So it's okay, but it was very close to losing the plot. As you dive this crystal deep within its skull, you see a big chunk of its face just fall off as the crystal kind of dissolves into it. It's like, it snarls at you, snapping with its teeth.
Nice.
Anything else, bud?
Yeah, I'm going to then use the dagger that appeared in my hand,
Yes, as a second attack.
which I'm guessing guessing it's a magic weapon. I'm not 100% sure, but
It's a mundane weapon, I'm afraid, but yeah,
it's a 17 to hit.
that hits. But I'm afraid it doesn't do any damage, as you just slice through it, and it's just seemingly unfazed by the non-silvered, non-magical weapon. It will then, at the end of your turn, use a legendary action to make a bite attack against you once more, and it will do that with advantage due to pack tactics. That is a good thing, because that is an 18 to hit. And that is going to be... I need to roll damage, so 1d8 plus 2. Damage. Roll. That is going to be 5 points of damage.
I take half.
And
Nice.
yeah, so 2. And then roll me a Constitution saving throw.
That's gonna be 11.
Yeah.
Oh no!
The last one, as he bites down into your leg, your feathers turn to fur. Please describe your wolf form.
Well, I still have wings, so I'm a
Fairy
half
wings.
winged wolf, almost like something out of a Greek tragedy. Yeah, like the feathers are like pulling apart, but the wings still are there, if you know what I mean. So it's kind of like furry wings, owl ears, but then with a big ass bite on the front of it.
Cursed to walk the halls of Silviara's crystals for perhaps eternity, or to at least an adventurer can put you out of your misery, you join Grigori in his eternal stand against the misuse of divination crystals, the lycanthropic curse running through your veins, and his, as you wait for the next poor unsuspecting souls to turn up into this place and find out the secrets held within.
Well, I think that went all right. Round of applause for everyone. Pat on the back. Or pat on the
Does it
floor on
count
the
as a
back. again.
TPK? I think it probably does, doesn't it?
I mean, I certainly say that it certainly seems that you guys have leveled up somewhat.
Damn, I was really hoping that the crystal was going to be some kind of magical, like I thought maybe that was the hidden thing that you could use there.
So, just so you guys are aware, I didn't want to say beforehand, but this is going to be our kind of like first proper product, that this adventure. So I've not given all of the secrets away. I've kind of done like a little side version of this, but this will actually be a book with the Foundry module up for sale for super cheap in the next month, in the next couple of weeks, I think, in the next week.
Sick.
So,
man, awesome.
yeah, and you guys will be part of the play testers and written in the book, if that's okay.
That's cool with me.
absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Great. If there's anything that you would like to say, I don't know if you guys have done Stars and Wishes before, but it's a kind of a standard way of kind of talking about what you liked, what you didn't like, what you would like to see in the future, any kind of thing. So a star is kind of a moment between a player or story, or in the DM, whoever you want to talk about. There's something that you really liked about today's game, and a wish is something that you'd like to see in the future or like to do in the future, which is more for campaigns, but it's just like a way of discussing the game afterwards with, no, you don't have to, it's just there if you'd like to. Like, for example, my stars go to all of you guys for getting into your characters. Really loved the interaction with Tariel and the orcs at the beginning. A really nice little interaction before we got into the more tense dungeon crawl, and loved the fact you go, oh guys, look, yeah, follow me this way. There's this big horrible creature that I'm not going to tell you what it is, and I'm just going to walk straight up to it. Oh fuck, it's got me. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I got a star for El Ben and the crystal move. That was really good.
Nice, wicked.
Yeah,
And
I
wish I'd packed a healing potion.
Yeah, I got a star for Ashton attempting to make friends with a giant ass horrible creature just because that was part of his. No, but I like it because that was part of his backstory as well, so it kind of actually made sense too. That was really nice.
That was great.
Mm.
Really cool.
I don't know.
What
I
did-
just enjoyed it.
Nice.
What's the go with this werewolf though? Is there a way to kill him? Is it purely just with magical
What
items?
was his HP like at the end?
Yeah, he heals 10 hit points each round. The first round, you got him down to 20 HP. You could have,
Damn it.
if you've got some good hits in
I was
there.
tempted to use guiding bolts on him as well. Wish I
Yeah.
could have reached from where it was.
Yep, you could have done.
One bell reads the stars, one turns the rose, one brews the potion for